was maiden fair and young on the pleasant banks of Lee. No bird that in the greenwood sung was half so blithe and free. My heart there beats with flying feet, no love sang me his queen. Till down the glen rolled Sarsfield's men, having wore the jackets green. Young Donald sat on his gallant grey, like a king on a royal seat, and my heart leapt out on his regal way to worship at his feet. Oh love, had you come in those colours dressed, and would the soldiers mean, I'd have laid my head on your throbbing breast for the sake of your jacket green.
Well, no hoarded wealth did my love own, the good sword that he bore, but I loved him for himself alone and the colours that he wore. For had he come in England's red to make me England's queen, I would rove the high green hills instead for the sake of the Irish green.
When William stormed with shot and shell at the walls of Garryowen, in the breach of death my Donald fell, and his sleeves near the treaty stone. That breach the foeman never crossed, while he swung his broadsword keen. But I do not weep, my darling lost, for he fell in his jacket green.
When Sarsfield sailed away I wept, as I heard the wild call. I fell then dead as a man who slept in the fields of Garryowen, while Ireland held my Donald West. No wild sea rolled between, till I would fold him to my breast on Road's Irish green.
My soul has sobbed like waves of woe that shattered Crimstone Brae, for I buried me heart in his grave below, for his and for Ireland's sake. And I cry, make way for the soldier's bride, in your halls of death, sad queen, for I long to rest by my pillow side, and wrapped in the folds of the rain.
And I saw the Shannon's purple tide go by the Irish town, as I stood in the breach by young Donald's side, when England's flag went down. And now it lowers when I see the sky, a blood-red curse between. I weep, but it is not to woman's sighs, nor razor Irish green.
Oh, Ireland, says thy lonely soul, and loud beats the winter sea. But sadder and higher the wild waves roll, o'er hearts that break for thee. Yet grief shall come to our heartless foes, and the crones in the dust be seen. So Irish maids love none but those who wear the jackets green.
You're listening to the Rebel Rebel podcast with Rory Carson. Tasha Vigeshtak, listen fod Curly Rebel Rebel, le Rory McCarson.
Hello, folks, and welcome along to Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast with myself, Big Ro. Just myself on the show this week, folks, with no guests until maybe the next couple of weeks till we get ourselves back sorted after all the shit we've been doing the last few weeks. So you're welcome along, folks. Thank you very much for joining in today. I know the Saltley match is on in a minute, so hopefully we'll get a few more in once the game is finished. We need to buck our ideas up. That first half was brutal, I think, but I have to say it, the kit, in my opinion, it was really clashing. I know it's going to sound like, you're making excuses now, but listen, both bloody teams have black shorts on, I mean. That their third kit just really clashes with that their that's a Marin home top. But to be honest, the team have been playing great anyway, but in our half, hopefully we'll get into it, bring a few subs on maybe. Yeah, folks, so welcome along. As usual, if you're watching on Facebook, please share the stream for me. Just hit the wee share button. If you're part of any Irish groups, any Republican groups, Celtic groups, whatever you want, just hit the wee button for me, and also share it on your own page if you can. If you're watching on Twitter, please just hit the wee retweet button. Say we're always trying to build up the following on Twitter. It is going up week on week, so much appreciated for that there. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, which the majority of our weekly viewers and listeners do, you can copy and paste the link from YouTube if you want and share it on any of your social media pages. And also welcome along to anybody who's watching the recording of the show. Maybe like tonight, which will be this is Sunday the 18th, so maybe a few days later or whatever, a few hours later. You're very welcome along. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you can't watch the show live right now, folks. So this is Rebel Sundays. So this is the sort of last show we're having in the studio before next week. We're going to be doing the whole Bundoran thing, which we'll get into during the show. Hopefully I'll see a few of us there. It's looking like it's going to be a cracking weekend. Hasn't been on in 3 years. 2019 was the last Hills Donegal Salt Lake Supporters Festival, so I can't wait to be heading up next Friday. I'm like a wee chade of Christmas, to be honest. It's been that long. Right, so we'll go to the first song, folks, get straight into it. And I have the match on in front of me here, so hopefully if I get any goal alerts, I'll let you know. I'm sure you will probably let me know, so you're normally about 30 or 40 seconds ahead of me on my stream. At the end of last week's show, it was Stephen Wiley. He asked me to play James Connolly from the Wolf Tones, and he actually sent me a message this morning as well. So we're going to do it now for the first song. Hopefully the first Wolf Tones song of the day doesn't get us cut off, folks. So as usual, while we're here for 3 hours, get all your requests, and I will try and get the majority of the songs on you're asking for today. I do promise that there. So if I haven't played your song in the first hour, so just keep putting it into the comments, and I will definitely try and get it on. So here's the first song of the day, folks, in Rebel Sundays on the 18th of September. The week before the mighty Bundoran Salt Lake Festival. Here we go. This is the Wolf Tones with the Ballad of James Connolly.
A great crowd had gathered outside of Kilmainham, their heads all uncovered, they knelt to the ground. For inside that grim prison lay a brave Irish soldier, his life for his country about to lay down. He went to his death like a true son of Ireland. The firing party he bravely did face. Then the order rang out, present arms and fire. James Connolly fell into a ready-made grave. The black flag was hoisted, the cruel deed was over. Gone was the man who loved Ireland so well. There was many a sad heart in Dublin that morning when they murdered James Connolly, the Irish rebel. God's curse on New England, you cruel-hearted monster. Your deeds, they would shame all the devils in hell. There are no flowers blooming, but the shamrock is growing on the grave of James Connolly, the Irish rebel. The four courts at Dublin, the English bombarded the spirit of freedom they tried hard to quell. But above all the din rose the cry of surrender. 'Twas the voice of James Connolly, the Irish rebel.
There we go, folks. That is the Ballad of James Connolly on Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast. Let's see. Well, just something, a few comments here so you have listening. Folks say, no, sure. I say, I know the game's on at the minute, so I know we'll probably get more people watching in come when the match is finished. But just watching these highlights here, just that hasn't been great, so it hasn't. Like a cracking goal, by the way, I have to say. But listen, before we start things off, I have to say what a stroke of genius today from the Green Brigade. Obviously, there was whole talk about the start of the match about was Sky going to silence them? What are we going to do? We're going to boo and stuff. But so Murren said instead of having a minute's silence, they were going to have a minute's round of applause. And what does the Green Brigade do? They literally done this here. Put this banner up. If you hate the royal family, clap your hands. So literally every single person in the whole stadium was clapping their hands throughout the match, including Steve Clark, the Scotland manager, or whatever. So well played from the Green Brigade, I have to say. There you go. But I'm sure there'll be the usual bullshit and crap and abuse getting through at us. By all sides, here, listen, who cares? It's a world of free speech, you'd think, anyway. But obviously not according to Sky Sports. It definitely isn't a world of free speech, so they wouldn't have muted the cameras or put bloody crowd noises over the top of the fans cheering at the start of the match. Right, so we'll jump into the comments here, see who I have on today. Let's see who's up first. Listen on Facebook. Dixie Haviland, I'm on the hoops. Scott Temperley, what's crack, Scott? Hopefully see you next week in Bundoran. Looking forward to it. On Facebook as well. Lee Campbell, oi. Here's another new name, is it? Sylvia Straffy. What's the name on Facebook? Thank you very much, Sylvia. There's Marty on What's the Crack. Our admin on YouTube is back after about 6 weeks. Arsing about, so he has. Right, who's coming on now here? So it looks like it's going to be Hatate and Jada's coming on. And Maida and Moy is going off. Big changes needed here in the second half. Steph McNally working today. Boo! Get to watch the podcast live. Happy days. Marty Kane watching on YouTube. Well, what's the crack, mate? Any chance of playing Ballad, Ciao? Yes, I'll get that on at some stage today. I'll know it will cut me off. It's a guarantee every single time I play it, mate, but I will play it at some stage, don't worry. Paddy Keenan. Us Celtic fans in trouble again. What's new, no matter what we do or say. John Boy McElhenney. Good afternoon, Ro, and everyone. Less than a week till Bundoran. Yippee. Where are you staying in, John? Are you up in the Allingham, are you? Let's see what else we have here. Finton, how you doing? Well, Ro, excited for the weekend? Yes, well, I'm excited for next weekend as well. Can't believe it, not to say. Afternoon, Ro, Hugh McKenna. Not liking this third kit today, definitely not myself. Did you have a good time with Garth Brooks in? Hugh, seen your videos, looked like some crack. So it did. Sinead Love, hi, Ro. Don't mention the score, well, I've already mentioned it. So there's lads here. Lads, I'm going to have to get the chancers. I'm going to send you a wee PM and get in touch with you and see who the hell you actually are and what you're all about. I was looking at your Facebook page during the week, seeing a few of your posts and stuff. Very, very interesting. So listen, do me a favour. What I'll do is I'll send you a PM once I get done here. Then I'll try and engage with me, and we'll see what the crack is with this Chancellors band. But cheers for tuning in. So Finton's looking for Stefan These Hands. Yeah, and go do it their next absolutely cracking song. Jim McCaff, good afternoon, folks. Hail, hail. Come on, the Celts. Joseph McGow up there in Derry. Hail, hail. Colm Thornton today watching on Facebook. Robert Craney says, yeah, you'll be glad to know that Terry won't be requesting any Damien Quinn songs as her phone is broke. Terrible. Well. What did they say? There's a silver lining for everything or something. Let's see who else we have on. Peter Johnson. Ro, you forgot the minute silence. I'm sorry, mate. So we'll do a minute. We'll do a minute's round of applause now, will we? Hazel Massup Aitken, listen in Edinburgh. Thank you very much, Hazel, for tuning in. Neil Costigan, greetings from sunny Staten Island. Going up to 85 today. Jesus Christ. That's some heat, so it is like, it's what there's probably normal divisions, is it like? Ciara Griffin, how you doing, Ciara? Good afternoon, everyone. See, Celine, how you doing? What's the crack? Watching on YouTube today? On Facebook, we have Thomas O'Toole. See, John Boy says you're staying in the bank house. Oh, happy days, no problem, right? Get the drum on you at the weekend, you know you want to. Definitely not. No, not a chance. I'll be playing a drum next weekend. For a thing, anyway, my hands just can't do it now. I just have not got I can't, like, hold the sticks. I don't know if it's me getting early bloody arthritis or something, but that's pretty partly the reason why I left the flute band, because I couldn't, I was struggling playing the drum, so it wasn't just, definitely won't be marching next week anyway. Right, so we'll go to the next song of the day here for you. Is from Stefan's album, Rebel Heart, another cracking song this here. It's a song, the only other band I've heard singing this here is The Wakes, so it is, and they do a great version. This is Stefan. You heard me talking about his last week about him, his rendition of Darky Hughes, and we played it in a very, very emotional song. So we'll go for Frinton. This is the brilliant Stefan, folks, on Rebel Sundays with These Hands.
Take a look at you, old man, as you sit in your chair. You could be almost anyone, for all I know or I care. But on your chest there's a red star from your days long gone by, for a proud fading past, for a cause you held high. Son, we set out from Glasgow to the war-torn Spain, brave socialist fighters of the Scottish Brigade, not knowing our fate or what would befall, but for justice and freedom we were proud to give all. And my hands fought the fascists at Huram and Spain, and my heart beats for justice unto my dying day. I never set out for glory, but in my part to play in the fight against Franco at Huram and Spain. But for 5 weeks we waited to be handed a gun. They drove us into the fighting under Spain's blazing sun, and the fires of hell don't compare to the battle that day in the heat of Hurama. 7,000 lay slain. Then we ran out of bullets taken by Franco's men to Taverna de la Reina, and then moved on again. And the Calton had never seemed so far away as I lay in my prison in Salamanca in Spain. And my hands fought the fascists at Haramat in Spain. And my heart beats for justice until my dying day. I never set it for glory, but in my part to play in the fight against Franco at Haramat in Spain. Take a look at me now, boy, and the star on my chest. Some would have given everything for the cause of the left, of the parts that they played and the deeds that they done in the fight against Franco under Spain's blazing sun. In my hands fought the fascists at Haramat in Spain, and my heart beats for justice until my dying day. I never set it for glory, but in my part to play in the fight against Franco at Haramat in Spain. In my hands fought the fascists at Haramat in Spain, and my heart beats for justice until my dying day. I never set it for glory, but in my part to play in the fight against Franco at Haramat in Spain. In the fight against Franco at Haramat in Spain. Take a look at me now, boy, and the star on my chest.
There we go. Sound of Stefan there, folks, with these hands. Phenomenal. 2-0. Are you having a laugh? Are you having an absolute giraffe? 2-0. Jesus Christ. Not good. Fuck's sake. Oh well. Maybe just turn this here off, should I? Depressing everybody, folks. Jesus Christ. Now, I haven't seen the goal yet. The goal just popped up on my goal alerts, so it's literally maybe 40 or 50 seconds ahead of the Sky Sports match here on my app. So who else scored it? Let's see. Jesus Christ, that's brutal. Like, fuck me. Oh, God. Right, lads, come on. Let's sort your shit out here. Right, let's see what else we'll have watching. So Michael Collins says, please play Come Out You Black and Tans. Martin says, RTE didn't pay me enough, so I had to come back. Fenton says, check out the photo I sent you on Messenger. Right, I'll have a video here in a wee second, in a minute. Yep, 2-0. Let's see, Steph says, been listening to this man all day yesterday on YouTube, just brilliant. Yeah, he's phenomenal over here. Listen, get on to, if you have Spotify, Steph, his whole album's on there. It's a cracking album, seriously. Some of the songs he's put on it, it's a real broad choice of, a lot of rebel singers wouldn't normally put on. So fair play to him. Elaine, how you doing? Good afternoon. What's the crack with you? Right, what are we going to talk about here? Let's put these flyers up 2 seconds. Right, so as you know, folks, next Sunday, we're not going to be here live. We're going to be in Bundoran for the Hills Donegal Celtic Supporters Festival. So I'm going to be doing a few gigs over the weekend. It's looking like now I'm going to be playing on the Friday night as well. So I think we're going by Mickey Bell yesterday, so I might be finishing off the night in the Allingham. So I'll know that there next week, whenever down there anyway. Let's see. I'll just go put these few flyers up for you, so you can see what we're going to be doing next week. Right, so here's the lineup. I'll give you the lineup of the festival first. So, folks, it all starts off this Thursday. Okay. Now normally on the Thursday night, there's only one band he's playing. I think it's over the last lot of years, so it's been Spirit of Freedom. So I don't know where they're going to be playing yet. we'll post that all next week once we get the official flyer from Mickey. So playing over the weekend is going to be Shea Doolan, folks, Callie's Men, Anne Sparad, Damien Quinn, Spirit of Freedom, the O'Neill Lalsap Memorial Flute Band, Phoenix Folk, Clover, who making their debut at the festival, Liam MacDonald, who's making his debut at the festival as well, Liam Lappin, a good friend of the show who's been on there, so he is there this year. He's going to be playing with, I don't know who's going to be playing with. I think he's going to have a few musicians with him for that weekend. Right, so my official duty start on the Saturday, folks, outside Paris. So from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, we're going to begin basically a live show. I'm hopefully going to be able to do it live on the internet if I get a decent signal up there. So plus a few special guests, so hopefully a few of the guys that are going to be playing at the festival that aren't actually playing while my show is on, we're going to come down and do a few tunes. I'll be playing loads of songs myself, loads of rebel stuff, loads of big dance songs, cheesy stuff you all know and love. One that I'm really looking forward to here is the next day in the Allingham, Sunday the 25th, folks. So question and answer session plus a meet and greet with Alan Thompson. I was actually listening to Alan's podcast the other day, the interview with James English. Folks, get a listen to it if you haven't listened to it yet. Great interview, very insightful. And of course, the only player that was unused in the cup final, the UK Cup final, John Fallon. And back in those days, you could only have one sub, and it was a goalkeeper. And obviously, you could only make that sub if the guy was injured or whatever happened. So, read a few things about him this week, and it turns out he actually got his medal took off him. So he did, because he didn't actually play in one game in the whole lead up to the cup final. The club took his medal off him, but obviously he got the medal handed back years since from the new board and stuff, which was good to hear. But so we'll be talking about that kind of thing whenever we'll sit down and talk with Alan Thompson and John Fallon. So really looking forward to that there. That's going to be next Sunday, folks, with the Hills Donegal Satellite Supporters Festival. So wristbands, folks, are €50 for the whole weekend. So I'm going to play this wee clip here, the wee video we've made up for you. So if any of us are going, or any of us are sort of maybe still him in hand, but maybe going, have we watched this here? And you can see, so there's Hacks of Benefits on now. So yes, right, here we go. So this is our promo video for next week's Hills Donegal Celtic Supporters Festival. And according to this video, folks, the only band that isn't going to be playing at the festival is Fianna. But obviously they had sort of pulled out for a few reasons that were just, it was shit the way that they had to pull out, but they couldn't attend the festival. But I'd already made the video for it before we found out they pulled out. So here we go. So this is if you still haven't made your mind up about going to the festival next week, folks, have we watched this here?
You may talk about Atlantis, how it's lost beneath the sea, and the grave of the unknown soldier, or the cry of the old banshee. Who was the man in the iron mask? Was Jack the Ripper set free? But ask them all, where's Donegal? It's still a mystery. And if I could, I'd build a wall around El Donegal, the north and south, to keep them out. My God, I'd build it tall. Casinos, chicken ranches, I'd legalise them all. We'd have our own Las Vegas in the hills of Donegal. Yeah, Las Vegas in the hills of Donegal. White clubs and all night pubs, blackjack and roulette. Dale Blaney, Bridget Nielsen, Mike Tyson having a bet. In a show could then be known for his multi-millionaires, where Donald Trump would like a chunk to live in solitaire. And if I could, I'd build a wall around El Donegal, the north and south, to keep them out. My God, I'd build it tall. Casinos, chicken ranches, I'd legalise them all. We'd have our own Las Vegas in the hills of Donegal. Yeah, Las Vegas in the hills of Donegal.
Folks, what do you reckon? What a lineup I was looking for next week. And that's going to be in Bundoran in the Hills Donegal for the Celtic Supporters Festival. Say, it hadn't been on since 2019. So obviously this time's going to be a bit different. Some of the venues are going to be changing. Probably the main venue we always had was the the Centre Hotel in the centre of Bundoran. Obviously they are closed down to the public at the minute because of the Ukrainian refugee sort of crisis. So will not be having a venue. But I know we are back in Paris this year, but I'm so glad. From one of the best venues to go to in the festival. Cheap drink, really great venue for what the bands and stage and all. So, yep, that's looking like it's going to be probably the main venue for the gig. So, hopefully see a few of you there, folks, next weekend. Marty, he's been a clever dick here, is he? Paris, I thought it was Bondorn. Ha ha ha. Carla McCrory says, me and Joe out in the cabin. Val, hope you're having a great time apart from the football. Jim McCaff says, not a good day at the office, but never rule us out. Hail, hail. We need to do something, seriously. Yeah, but that kit is just, it's woeful. That's what it is. It's, this year, I was so hopeful this year with the kits. Definitely like the new home kit and the away kit, but this third one here just looks like something. We'll have to throw something together. They need a third kit that isn't going to clash, and obviously it has clashed, so it has. So brutal, absolutely brutal. So it is. Raging, you'll see me. Oh Jesus, you going? Oh, you better not melt my head all weekend. Kieran Crasfreel watching today from Canada. Good man yourself. Get the finger out Celtic, or get the finger out of the hole. Celtic, yeah, there we go. Right, so what we'll go do next, we'll do a wee tune here. My favourite Rebel tune, Willie and Danny. You know, I always try and play it a different version every week. So we'll do this one here. We'll go to our good friend Krista Coyle, who's back in Ireland this weekend. So she is. She was playing at I think the Wolf Tone. Almost got that out there. Playing the Wolf Tone last night, which was. I hope she had a good gig. So here we go. This is from her album, From the Streets of Free Derry. This is the excellent Krista Coyle, folks, with the ballad of Willie and Danny on Rebel Sundays. Here we go.
Try
Krista. It's Krista Coyle with the Ballad of Willie and Danny. This is Rebel Sundays, folks, on the Rebel podcast. Say welcome along if you're watching live. Also, welcome to the show if you're watching the recording of the show on maybe tonight or tomorrow or and a few days later. Thanks very much for tuning in and watching the show. It's much appreciated. Folks, let's see. Joseph McGuinness says, Rogue One, give a big shout to my wee ma. It's her 55th wedding anniversary today, and my dad, Johnny Boy in heaven, who installed my Republican beliefs. There you go. So there you go. Happy wedding anniversary to your mummy and your dad. 55 years would have been. What did I want? Hold on a second. Somebody put something through there. See, Magella Redden says, if you have time, can you play the Rule of Honour, please? From Magella in Limerick. Yes, not a problem. I will get that on for you at some stage today, the Rule of Honour. So we're going to do a song next from Podgy from his album there. Said it's great that it's finally on Spotify. Might have been for a while, but I've only found it over the last few weeks. I've been playing a lot recently. So it's a good album called Songbird. It's a good few years old, this one, but Podgy's voice is still phenomenal, and so it is. So yeah, we're going to do it. And say, folks, if you have any requests, any tunes you want, so just put them through in the comments section if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter or on YouTube, and I will try and get them on today. So we're here to 4 o'clock. See, numbers aren't up as high as normally are, but obviously the match is on, so maybe people are sitting drinking their sorrows at the minute. So they are. Right, so it's Podgy, folks, on Rebel Sundays with his great rendition of No Time for Love on Rebel Sundays.
They called it the law, they called it interments, apartheid, partition, conscription and silence. It's a law they use to keep you and me where they think we belong. They hide behind steel, bulletproof glass, machine guns and spies. And they tell us who suffered the torture and tear gas that we ran the wrong. No time for love if they come in the morning. No time to show tears off of fears in the morning. No time for goodbye, no time to ask why. In the sound of the sirens, the cry of the morning. They suffered the torture, they rotted in cells when crazy wrote letters and died. The limits of pain they endured, but the loneliness got them instead. The courts gave them justice, as justice is given by well-mannered thugs. Sometimes they fought for the will to survive, most times just wish they were dead. No time for love if they come in the morning. No time to show tears off of fears in the morning. Time for goodbye, no time to ask why. In the sound of the sirens, the cry of the morning. They took away young Francis Hughes and his cousin Thomas McAwee as well. They came for Patsy O'Hara, Bobby Sands and some of his friends. In Boston, Chicago, Saigon, San Diego, Warsaw and Belfast. And the places that never make headlines, the list never ends. No time for love if they come in the morning. No time to show tears off of fears in the morning. Time for goodbye, no time to ask why. In the sound of the sirens, the cry of the morning. The boys in the blue are only a few of the everyday cops on the beat. They CID branchman, informers and spies to their jobs as well. Behind them the men who tap phones, take photos, program computers and files. And the man who tells them when to come and take you to your cell. No time for love if they come in the morning. No time to show tears off of fears in the morning. Time for goodbye, no time to ask why. In the sound of a sirens, the cry of the morning. Come on, you people who give to your sisters and brothers a will to fight on. They say you can get used to war. That doesn't mean that the war isn't on. The fish need the sea to survive, just like your comrades need you. And the death squads can only get through to them if first they can get through to you. No time for love if they come in the morning. No time to show tears off for fears in the morning. Time for goodbye, no time to ask why. In the sound of her sirens, the cry of the morning. Yes, the sound of the sirens, the cry of the morning. Yes, the sound of the siren is the cry of the morning.
Yeah, sort of brilliant. Podgy here, folks, from his album Songbird, a Songbird on there's from Spotify. Good man, Podgy. Folks, this is Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast. What do I have left? For 73 minutes, so probably about 20 minutes to go, hopefully. Jesus, the way it's going now, folks, we'll be lucky trying to rescue a draw from this match. Try and get something. But just not a great day at the office. This it's looking like this pretty third kit. It's going to be a bit of a bogey one for us. So it is. I don't think we'll like it at all. I see Joseph says there, yeah, it's too late for a comeback now. Me thinks Celtic leading it late today. Marty, what is crack? Marty, keep up the good work. I see you're back in the Rock again tonight, continuing your residency down there. How you doing? You have a good holiday. I've seen a few of your pictures over in Santa Ponsa. How'd your gig go in Callie's last week? Right, what are we going to do next? Third kit's a curse. It's shade, that's what it is. Yeah, big shout out as well to my father-in-law, Liam. I don't know if he is listening to that, but he's Liam Hall. He's spending a wee bit of time at the Royal Hospital at the minute. He took in the other night. Had us all very, very scared at the same Friday here, but he seems to be coming around a bit now. So just thinking of Liam, my father-in-law. Hopefully he gets better soon, pulls through, and we'll get him home sooner rather than later. So hopefully he's maybe watching the day, but say the drugs he's on, he's probably zonked out. So he is, you don't know. So, right, we're going to do a song from a band here from South Derry. They haven't been about now for a few years now, folks. Celtic Rogue. It's actually the very first band that Marty Higgins was in, so it was. He was in the original band. I think they only released one album, so they did. This album was called Down by the Glenside. So we're going to do a wee tune here called Spancel Hill. Great version. This was Rebel Sundays, folks. Spancel Hill from the band formerly known as Celtic Rogue from Ballad in South Derry. Well, the guys in the band came from Ballad, Macara in that sort of direction, so they did. Yeah, they're a great band in their day. So they were just Spancel Hill, folks, on Rebel Sundays. Here we go.
Last night I lay dreaming
on rambling to Ireland I to fly. I stepped on board a vision and I followed with the wind, till at last I came to anchor at the cross of Spencer Hill. 'Twas on the 23rd of June, the day before the fair, when Ireland's sons and daughters and friends assembled there. The young, the old, the brave and the bold came their duty to fulfill at the parish church at Cooley, a mile from Spencer Hill. I went to see my neighbours to hear what they might say. The old ones were all dead and gone, the young ones turning grey. I met the tailor quickly, he's as bold as ever still. Sure he used to fix my breeches when I lived in Spencer Hill.
So the Spancel Hill there, a few folks from Celtic Rogue from South Derry, and you may have seen me sit on the screen going like, what was that there? Just when I heard the drums coming through in the headphones, I hadn't heard it before. Just in the background. So obviously it's one of the original Dantes from the South Derry Martyrs flute band. I know one of the members of the band was in the band there, so were, and a great connection with the flute band. So it was great to hear it there. At first, that's why I was sort of a bit shocked listening to it there. So there we go. Yeah, folks, this is Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast. Cheers for tuning in today. Jesus Christ. At this rate, I think we're lucky finishing 2-0 and they're in 3-0. Fuck me. Ange is not going to be happy, I have to say. Maybe making 6 changes for a league match wasn't the best thing to be doing, you know what I mean? When you sort of say like, why disrupt the flow of playing so well and stuff, but Jesus, this isn't good. Right, well, somebody asked at the start of the show there, the guys from the Chancellors were looking for the Sam song, so listen, we're going to go straight in and say the one I've been playing of late, so we should also say, listen, I can't beat our old version of the Sam song for a real lively one. Shebeen's version of the Sam song from their album Live in the Cragen, it's fantastic as well, but this one here, it's definitely my new favourite. It's Tony Boy Ray from his new live album. I think it's probably recorded in Caesars, I would imagine. Anyway, that seems to be his residency, isn't it? So it is. But yeah, he says at the start of the series, he says, this is what we used to call the Shebeen song. I seen Marty just put on there the link to YouTube because this might get us cut off Facebook, I have to say, but listen, we'll try it and see what happens. But I would advise you all, folks, any that haven't gone to the YouTube page yet, go and check it out and subscribe to the YouTube page and hit the wee bell icon. Because basically it does good for the algorithm of my podcast, builds it up, I mean, gets it recognised more, it sort of it recommends it to more people as well that's listening, you know. So yep, go on to the YouTube page, folks. It means I would rather just watch the show on YouTube each week anyway rather than Facebook or Twitter, because say it means if it gets cut off one of the other platforms, YouTube seems to stay on all the time, it never gets cut off. So here we go. This is Tony Boy Ray, folks, from his new live album with the Sam song on Rebel Sundays.
This next song I'm going to do is a song we used to call the Shebeen song. Chucky I'll sing up the ride. Sun the sails in the sky. Chucky I'll sing up the ride. Zombie sails in the sky. For 15 years or more, Marmalade and Butterball, I thought I knew the score. I've got a weapon never used before. The Brits are getting worried, and they're going to worry more. Jockey and sang up the ra, up the ra, up the ra. Sang the sail in the sky. I started out with petrol bombs and throwing bricks and stones. 100 more lads like me, I never was alone. Soon I learned that sticks and stones won't drive the Brits away. It wasn't very long before I joined the IRA. Jockey and sang up the up the ra, up the ra. Sun the sails in the sky. When it came internment, the year of 71, the Brits thought we were beaten. We were on the run. On that early August morning, they kicked in our back door. But for every man they took away, they missed 100 more. Jockey and sang up the ra, up the ra, up the ra. Sang the sail in the sky. It's been 8 years in the cages, time to think and plan. Oh, they love to wear, boy, I won't tell a man. There's only one thing that I learned while in that cell I lay. The Brits will never leave us until they're blown away. Jockey and sang up the ra, up the ra, up the ra. Sang the sail in the sky. And through the days of hunger strike, I watch my comrades die. They The streets of Belfast can hear the women cry. I can't forget that massacre that Friday at Rockall. I salute my fallen comrades and I watch the children fall. Jockey and sang up the up the up the the sun a sail in the sky. Jockey and sang up the up the up the sun a sail in the sky. Sun sails in the sky. Up the road.
Go ahead, Tony Boy there. Up the round, see, this that's a Sam song. That one there, especially for the Chancers, the last and the Chancers. Yeah, just what Joseph was saying here. So this is what happens when you make 6 changes to the first team. It'll bring us back to reality again. Well, the thing is as well, I mean, I suppose you look at such a big squad we have, and so much quality in the squad. You have to sort of try and keep everybody happy, you know. But I suppose you should be saying, listen, look, they'll get their chance when they get their chance. But like 6 changes, it's massive to be making. I mean, especially for a league match away from home. So it is. So that's the last match before the international break, which I'm actually raging because probably for the first time ever we've been at the Celtic Festival and there's going to be no game on for the weekend. Which it's you're going like, for God's sake. Normally you go, it's part of the whole one of the days. Normally like on the Saturday morning or the Sunday afternoon, you get to watch the match. You know what I mean, when you're at the festival, it's great crack. But I think next weekend there's going to be no match on, which is a bit shit. But listen, it'll still be a great weekend with loads of great rebel music on. So it will. John Boy McElhenney says, hope the Celtic the musical is better than it. You going, are you? Happy days. So folks, who's all off tomorrow? He's all off for the bank holiday. But listen, I would have worked, not a problem, but listen, I've got given the day off. If I ain't getting another day's pay off, I'm going to take it. Oh, I am. You know what I mean? I'm not going to complain there. But just a bit of solidarity with the people in the Super Value in Dungiven. I see they've been getting a bit of grief this week because for saying that they're going to stay open and basically and serve the community rather than Musgrave who wants to shut the shop down. So it'll be interesting to hear what happens there. I'll be very surprised if Stephen Nolan isn't sitting outside the fucking shop with a microphone telling people, probably stopping people coming in going like, oh, why are you coming here for the day? You should be home sitting watching this bloody funeral, you know? What a bollocks. Right, what are we on here? We're on 10 to 2, so we have another 2 hours and 10 minutes, folks. So listen, that's the Celtic match of the way. It's gone. We're not great, not happy at all. I actually just turned it off there, so this is when I watch any more of the game. A few more minutes left of it. But I'm sure I'll get a notification any minute here to say that the match is finished, so it is. But brutal to say the least. Let's see, who's this here? Wait a minute. What's crack? Johnny Costello, just to be shouted here. He just sent me a text there from over in America as well, who has his Rebel Rooster show on today. Hey, Roadkeeper, Lit Macara, watching you as I finish up my prep work. Good man, have a good show today, mate. As usual, I'll be listening later on during the week to the podcast. No TV tomorrow. Marty, you'll be sitting watching that funeral, so you will, I guarantee you, you will have that on. I'm going to drive past your house and have a wee sneaky through the window. You and Lane will be sitting with the chain of teacups watching, so you will, the whole pump and whatever that happens. Right, what do we have lined up next? Let's see. Number 3. What is number 3? We're going to do a song here from, actually number 1, from Emer's album, our latest studio album, A Thorn in England's Side. Haven't played a lot from this album. It's normally the one at the Rock Bar I normally play. So we're going to do a song that our dad, Jerry, wrote, all about volunteer Joe McDonald, called A Father's Blessing. Really love Emer's version of this here. And again, Emer, my apologies for pronouncing the wrong location you were in last week. I got a wee sniffing that you heard about it, and I don't know if you've seen it, found it funny or not, but probably thinking, oh, he hasn't been watching my social media enough, what's going on? Sorry, I've been driving the lorry all day, other things to do. But yeah, it looks like you had a great time with Coach and all the rest of the gang there in the hills of Morocco, or South Africa, where's Africa somewhere anyway, but it definitely wasn't India, so it wasn't. I'll be in the garden with the beers and ribs. Right, here we go. So this is Emer McGlahan, folks, from our album, our studio album, A Thorn in England's Side. This is the brilliant Father's Blessing on Rebel Sundays. Sunday the 18th of September. Crazy, this year has just flew in.
Children's laughter, children's tears, childish joys of childhood years, fondest memories of our once happy home. It's not death that brings the pain, I would face it all again, but it grieves me so to leave you all alone. Do the wee ones still sigh when they hear their daddy's name? Do they sadly ask you why I won't be home again? Oh, how hard it is to know I'll never see them grow. Let my dying bring for them a better life. May they never know the fears that have blighted my young years, of the shackles that have bound my native land. May they see the joys of life and not cruel civil strife, foreign laws imposed by brutal strangers' hands. Do the wee ones still sigh when they hear their daddy's name? Do they sadly ask you why I won't be home again? Oh, how hard it is to know I'll never see them grow. Let my dying bring for them a better life. Let them grow in love and truth. Let them blossom into youth, guided by their mother's loving hands. Let them cherish Ireland's pride, for this Joe MacDonald died. Let them know their father loved them and his land. Do the wee ones still sigh when they hear their daddy's name? Do they sadly ask you why I won't be home again? Oh, how hard it is to know I'll never see them grow. Let my dying bring for them a better life. Let them know their father loves him and his land.
Go on, Emer. That is A Father's Blessing from Emer's album there, A Thorn in England's Side on Rebel Sundays, folks, on the Rebel podcast. See, Joseph says they slag Republicans for closing shops for funerals in the 80s. Voluntary or not, it's a forced shutdown by the state. Definitely is indeed. But even you say about the forced shutdown, everything else is forced by the state. Even watching like Sky Sports today. I'm watching like all still pretty wearing. Whenever you look on TV, they're wearing black suits and shirts and ties. Like, what? That's bullshit. Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, there's like, it's just a load of crap. Honestly, it is got to the stage now where you're going like, we just bury her and get her out of the way. Do you know what I mean? Or put her in a tomb or wherever she's going. Because it definitely is a thing of now. Basically, the state is enforcing this, basically grieving upon us all. So it is a load of bullshit. Hazel says, thanks for giving me something decent to listen to. Sick to death of TV. Hashtag Mournhub. Oh, that's a good one. Hazel, very good. I had to steal that one. Jane McMullen says, looking for Joe McDonnell, Martin Kane, Roll the Bull Orange Man, or Bella Ciao, please. Right, Marty, let me know again. Say Marty's his Roll of Honor album actually going to be on Spotify very soon, the next couple of weeks. Just flick through your CDs there and let me know what number on the Roll of Honor that their Bull Orange Man is, mate, will you? And I'll definitely get it on for you. Right, so we're going to do the next tune here now, from the Whistling Donkeys. Played this here at doing a party here last night. No, what night was it? It was Friday night down in McGuinness, and a lot of young ones are. They seem to be really into these Whistling Donkeys these days. But asked me to play 2 songs from their live album, and the first one was A Travelling Soldier, but the other song we were looking was McAlpine's Fusiliers, and it's a great version they do live from the old Mandela Hall in Belfast or Queens before it got demolished. So we'll do that one now, folks. This is from the Whistling Donkeys album, live in Belfast and Mandela Hall. This is McAlpine's Fusiliers on Rebel Sundays.
McAlpine's men with their shovels slung behind them. It was in the pub that they drank the song. It's down in the spike that you'll find them. They sweat blood and they wash down mud with pints and quarts of beer. And now we're on the road again with McAlpine's Fusiliers. I stripped to the skin with the Tarky Flynn, away down upon the Isle of Grain. With the horse face too, I knew the rule: no money if you stop for rain. For McAlpine's God was a well-filled hod, your shoulders cut to bits and sear. And roll to Heo and tell the poor and see with McAlpine's Fusiliers. Tell me quite an to concrete stairs. What a horse face said when he saw him dead, it wasn't what the rich call prayers. I'm a navvy short was the one retort that reached unto my ears. When the gun gets rough, well you must be tough with McAlpine's Fusiliers. I've worked till the sweat nearly had me bed, the Russian, the Czech and Pole. In shuttering jams, I'm in hydro dams, or underneath the Thames in a hole. I grafted hard and I've gotten me cards, and many a ganger's fist across my ears. If you pride your life, then go join by Christ with McAlpine's Fusiliers. Make care of the their shovels stung behind them. It was in the pub that they drank the sub. It's down in the spike that you'll find them. They sweated blood and they washed down mud with pints and quarts of beer. And now we're on the road again with McAlpine's Fusiliers. And now we're on the road again with McAlpine's Fusiliers.
You indeed, what a band there, folks. There's the Whistling Donkeys with McAlpine's Fusiliers. I picked up a bit of country twang there, so it was great song. Most of that album was brilliant. A few wee cheesy ones on there. You're going, oh, sake, but I suppose hit the play to the crowd. You can't do every single song an absolute sort of belter or a banger, especially with a live album. Yep, there you go. That's the Whistling Donkeys. Brilliant wee tune out there. Just had it's a flying column that says any chance of Willie and Danny. I mean, I've already played it, so I played Chris the Coyle version of it maybe about a half an hour ago. So anything else, let me know. Joseph says yes, Ro. Tell me, see Derry people do this here? I just found I've got a lot of PMs from people from Derry, when you're talking to them, and they all start the message off with yes. Like, instead of going, well, they go, yes. See, that's strange. Like, so there's even like going back the whole time I was living in America, I was sharing houses and stuff with a few people from Derry. So it was, and they called like trainers, like slippers, right? And I was with this boy Kieran Devane one day. And he said, I said, come on, I seem to go put my slippers on. He says, what are you putting your slippers on for? You're working out. He says, I know. I said, well, why are you wearing your slippers? And he was putting his gutties on. And I says, you're there, gutties? He says, gutties? What do you mean gutties? They're slippers. I says, no, they're gutties, trainers. He says, no, they're slippers. I says, no, like. And a girl that was living in the house was wearing a pair of slippers. I says, no, they're slippers. And he went, no, they're house shoes. I was like, what is going on here? House shoes? Slippers? And this is the people that call a crib a pad. Like, what? People in Derry are just have lost the plot, see yourself, mate. My apologies, Joseph, but you aren't all there. So you aren't like, let's see, Anthony Murphy says, well, Ro, shit result for the Celtic today. All the best from Banto and Scarborough. Patricia and Scarborough, good luck with the show. Cheers, mate. Send me your request, let me know. Brian Duffy, hi, Ro, would you be able to play Tom Williams? It's the version from Fana that's on YouTube. I've never heard it before until recently. It's a good tune and story. Listen to your show in Canada. Thank you very much, mate. Cheers. Much appreciated. Carla McCrory was looking for Horse Outside from Kelly's Men today again. We'll play that again, will we? Carla, I cannot find this song. Can you please play Four Green Fields by Dan McCabe? It's good. I was looking for it on YouTube. It's not on Spotify. It's not on YouTube. Where have you heard this song? Because I don't know where the hell it is. Eamon Malley was looking for Black Watch. Not a problem. Eamon, we'll get that on today. Feed the Bear. There's another Stranger on. Afternoon All Hail. Bad Day at the Office. Move on the next week. There's nothing on next week. We're on a brilliant international break, so we are. I'm on the hoops. Martin Heaney says, slippers are bedroom footwear, gutties are plimsolls, and trainers are trainers. Well, listen, that's you, Marty. I'm not be playing 18 Brits. I told you I can't play it on the show anymore. I've been told Damien doesn't want the song played, okay, for one. And I can't play it on the... Do you want me to get shut down? Do you want me to get dragged into the office and work with my boss again and say, listen, like, all these cream buns are slabbering with you for playing this here or playing that there, or you said this here, you said that there. There's a limit to the sort of stuff I can play, but that song there, I can't play it on the show anymore. And I say, because Damien doesn't want to play it either. So we'll have to just leave it there, okay? Joseph says, I know, tell me about it. Lived in West Belfast for a few years, came back to Derry. People thought I was a foreigner. Ro, it's on YouTube. I'll have to get a search here for it then, so I'll call on. Definitely, I'll get a look for it. Right, so I think that's all the comments caught up. So what tune we're going to do next week? I'll do this here one for Marty Kane, who's looking for the Bo Lloyd's man from the great Marty Higgins, It's Rebel Sundays, folks. Any more requests? Come on, let me know. Get them on, and we'll try and get them on for you this afternoon.
One Sunday morning, as I was going to mass, I met a bloody orange man, but I killed him for his pass. I killed him for his pass, and I sent the soul to hell. But when I got to hell, he had a strange tale to tell. But full the ruddy rye, and full the ruddy rye, full the ruddy ruddy rye, whiskey in the jar. When an orange man dies, oh, he goes down below, the worms eat his body, and the devil takes his soul. The gates of hell fly open, and the devil jumps with joy. There's nothing he likes better than a stout orange boy. And fall the ruddy rye, and fall the ruddy rye, and fall the ruddy ruddy ruddy, whiskey in the jar. And if I had a yard of orange man's skin, I'd beat it in the drums for the bold Finian man. The drums they would rustle and the pipes they would play, and we'd all go to mass and we'll join the IRA. And fall the ruddy rye, and fall the ruddy rye, and fall the ruddy ruddy ruddy, whiskey in the jar. Oh, one Sunday morning, as I was going to mass, I met a bloody orange man, but I killed him for his pass. And I killed him for his pass, but I sent the soul to hell. And when I got to hell, he had a strange tale to tell. Fall the ruddy rye, and fall the ruddy rye, and fall the ruddy ruddy ruddy. Well, I was born on a Belfast street, where the loyal drums did beat, and those dirty English feet, they walked all over us. And nearly every night when me da, we'd come on tight, he'd invite the neighbours outside with his chorus. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife, say you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA, the major run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. Come let us hear you tell how you stand a great Parnell, when you fought so well and truly persecuted. Where are your sneers and tears? You loudly let us hear when our leaders of 16 were executed. So come up, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife, say you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA, the major run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. Hear you slow them all hearts 2 by 2, like the Zulus they had spears and bows and arrows. And then bravely you faced one with your 15-pounder gun, and you fight them down natives to the marrow. So come up, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife, say you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA, the major run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. Come out, you British Huns, come out and fight without your guns. Show us how you won your medals up in Derry, when you murdered 14 men, and you do the same again. Go on home and take away your orange order. So come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife, say you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA, the major run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. From the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra.
There's the bold orange man there from Marty Higgins from his album Road of Honour, which should be on Spotify very, very soon. He was posting this week talking about it, so yep, sooner the better, Marty. His other album, Lullabies and Battle Cries, is on Spotify as we speak, folks. So get on to it, give Marty a bit of support and listen to his album. Just big shout out as well to Christy Dignam, folks. Say from Aslan, he took a bit of a relapse. They were meant to be playing the 3 Arena in Dublin this weekend, so they were, which was like a sold out show, going to be massive famines, and they had to postpone it. Say Christy, he came unwell during the week, so I say I was privileged over the last few years to do a few gigs with Christy, a few solo gigs. Probably I'll be privileged and honoured for the rest of my life for getting to do them with the man. Christy Diggum is just an absolute legend, so he is. So hopefully he pulls through his latest bout of illness. It's always something with him. He thinks he's getting better, and then boom, something else happens. So thinking of Christy Diggum and all his family right now. He is an Irish icon. Had this here picture sent here from Ciara McGuinness. Or Ciara McGuinness? What? Where am I getting Ciara McGuinness from? I was going to play Ciara McCafferty, but where, like, it's Jesus Christ, Ciara Griffin. Who's Marty? Because you said Martin McGuinness, that's what got in my head. So Ciara Griffin, who sent this in, who's watching the show today. They're at their bottle of Harp, looks absolutely roasting hot, Ciara, I have to say. What did I put in the fridge for you drunk it? But cheers for highlighting my baldness on the screen there. I didn't realize how bald my head was, so I just seen that there on the nice wee side chat. But cheers. You aren't in the shed today then, watching the show. Folks, anybody else, if you're watching the show today, feel free. And if you're having a beer or whatever, a cup of tea, take a wee picture and send it through. And we'll see, we'll try and get a load of pictures up this afternoon of everybody that's watching the show. Send it through to me on Twitter if you want, or if you have me on Facebook, send it to my personal Facebook, or if you want to send it to the Rebel Podcast Facebook page, or send me it on Instagram. I'm on them all. I'll get a notification here on my phone, so I'll get them on the screen. So but cheers, Ciara, for watching as usual today anyway. Thank you very much. Right, a few comments coming through here. Let's see what we have. John Boy says, hi, we're talking about Bundoran. I'm flying from Glasgow to Belfast International, landing at 14:40 and hiring a car. Got a spare 2 seats in the back if someone wants a lift. We're going to be heading up probably, maybe Pedro and his German friend who we're sharing with. He gets in about between 7:30, 8 in the Belfast International Airport. I'm going to pick Emmons up, so we're going to be heading down, hopefully be in Bundoran for about 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock with a bit of luck. Want to get down early doors enough anyway. So yes, John Boy, I will see you there. So looking forward to it. Let's see. I'm going to do this here now. Yeah, Martin, I'll this next song. He's looking for Where My Heart Will Always Be, as today is Martin's Foundation Walk Day, the Chieftain's Walk. And from what I've seen, the route now they're going to be doing a route of around the walls, the Derry City walls today on this here Chieftain's Walk. It's something that I really want to do some year and go and do this here walk, because it's for a great foundation. So it is. I'd love to go and do it one year. Probably mean cancelling the show for a day, but I think you will all understand. So yes, we'll do Ciara McCafferty, Where My Heart Will Always Be, after this next song. Where's it? So folks, any more requests, get them on, and we'll try and get them on for you if you send them through the comments at some stage. Right, where is this next one? We'll go to this one. This Spirit of Freedom, and our band's playing Bundoran next week. With the Black Watch, we'll do this here one for him. Eamon Malley, who just asked for it there. So it's Rebel Sundays, folks. Get your more requests, get them in, and we'll try and get on as many tunes as possible this afternoon. Cheers for tuning in.
Strolling down the Falls Road with riot guns and gas, terrorising women as they're coming out of mass. A shower of Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the Irish aren't beaten yet. You've heard about the Beeman, the cruel war you see. You've heard about the Black and Tans and bygone history. But there's another regiment the devil calls his own. It's known as the Black Watch, commissioned by the throne. Stolen down the Falls Road with riot guns and gas, terrorising women as they're coming out of mass. A shower of Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the Irish aren't beaten yet. brothers come from Scotland, a place you all know well. The hardest parts of Glasgow, the tiny boys did well. They're given a British uniform, they're given a British gun. They join the fucking army just to have themselves some fun. Strolling down the Falls Road with riot guns and gas, terrorising women as they're coming out en masse. A shower of Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the Irish sure aren't beaten yet. When I get married I'll have a little son. I'll tell him about the regiment and the fucking things they done. But when he gets older, becomes a man like me, he'll join the provisional IRA, settle Ireland free. Strolling down the Falls Road with riot guns and gas, terrorising women as they're coming out en masse. A shower of Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the Irish sure aren't beaten yet. Strolling down the Falls Road with riot guns and gas, terrorising women as they're coming out en masse. A shower of Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the Irish are unbeaten yet. Thank God we know the Irish to shoot the bastard dead.
There you go. That's for Eamon Melly. That one there. There's the Black Watch from Spirit of Freedom, folks, on Rebel Sundays. Anthony Murphy, Rogue, to possibly play Ordinary Sunday, please. Great tune. We'll have a wee joke. I think that's on Anthony Rye's album. Christopher Slavin, greetings from Free Derry. What about Take It Down from the Mast? Carl Ann. I'll possibly do this one because I could not find for the life of me. I searched the whole of YouTube there, couldn't find Dan McCabe singing Four Green Fields. So there's a version of him singing the Green Fields of France, but definitely not Four Green Fields. So there isn't. Is that the one you're talking about? But yeah, well, there's a version of him of him doing Only Our Rivers Run Free. So we'll do that there one there. Right, so I had a few more photographs sent through, folks. So great to see Elaine looking so well. Marty's missus on the tea today, so she is back, still not on the drink. Good to see the bed looking a bit better. I had a photo posted up last week of Kieran. Is that after Eugene left the ODs last Saturday night? And he didn't look that drunk when he left there, like. And I was at the state of him. Did you go straight up home afterwards? Guy looked absolutely out of it. And the lane's bed there, like. So he did. But yeah, folks, any more photographs, send them through and we'll get them on. Let us know where you're watching the show from today. Even if you don't want to send a photograph, just type in the comments box where you're watching the show from. Because we've a good few listening, and we'll have a broad sort of thing of where everybody's from, where you're all tuning in from, so we'll sort of know. So yeah, just type in, folks, in the comments section where you're watching the show from today, and we'll give you all a wee shout out. All right. Let's see. Wait a minute. It was after the time for Truth Valley, right? Okay. Right, so we'll go to this one here. Marty asked for it earlier on, looking for today is the Chieftain's Walk, the annual parade walk, solidarity of Martin McGuinness, of course, nickname known as the Chieftain. So they do the walk all around Derry every year, a different route. So say today is the one taking place, and it's going to be up around the Derry wall as well, which may piss a few people off. I've seen a video or a picture during the week of Martin McGuinness in his heyday getting dragged away from the Derry's walls by two RUC men, so he did. And obviously today, they're going to be doing a walk in his honour all around the city and up around those walls, which is a great achievement. So we'll go, this is on there, James McMullen, who's watching today on the show from Glasgow. Cheers, mate. Good to have you on. Right, so here we go. This is Kieran McCafferty, folks, with absolutely beautiful song called Where My Heart Will Always Be, the Ballad of Martin McGuinness on Rebel Sundays. No, that was Black Watch from Spirit of Freedom. This should be take two. Kieran McCafferty with Where My Heart Will Always Be. There we go. That's better.
I'm thinking of my childhood, growing up in the Bogside. People lived their daily lives, in hard times they did strive. But little did I know then what I would come to be, a soldier of my country, my life to see it free. As the conflict happened around me, and people marched for rights, injustice it was plain to see. It was the time to fight. No more the rule of Britain, no more an orange state, no more will we be second class. My calling was fate. And in the years that followed, I chose to heed the call, to stand along with Ireland's braves and resist that lion's claw. From the Bogside and the New Lodge, in Tyrone and South Armagh, for the freedom of this country, great volunteers we had. As I look back on the struggle and proud of all we've done, to create the time for peace again, our chance to be as one, the hope of just one Ireland, the dream of 32. It was not for me to finally see I won't be here with you. So in my final hour, God standing at my door, my family all around me, and all their hearts so sore. The main man made the call now, it's time for me to go. No more will I see green and high, or fish in rivers flow. Then take me to Cuchulainn and lay me by his side, along with my brave comrades. Beneath this cross I lie. I'll look out on the Bogside, where my heart will always be, and know that I will rest in peace, as you set Ireland free. I'll look out on the Bogside, where my heart will always be, and know that I will rest in peace, as you set Ireland free.
song there, folks. This is Marty just said there. Yep, the song sums Martin up to a T. Kieran McCaffrey there. And there is our... Just been cut off Facebook, folks, for playing a song about Martin McGuinness. Just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. We'll just start off Facebook here again now. So anyone who are watching on Facebook, or we'll just start a new show here now. So we'll give us bear with us a few minutes. Yeah, it's just listen to the words of that song. It's so well written. And like, I suppose there's nobody else could have sung that song other than Ciara. She does such a great job. But so fair play to everybody who was involved in making the song itself, putting all the instruments on it, and Ciara, of course, for singing, absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, so folks, just thinking of the McGuinness family today. They're doing the annual Chieftain's Walk around Derry. It's still hard to believe Martin McGuinness is gone, so it is, like. It's crazy. Right, so we're asking you to let us know who where you're listening from today. Angela Meehan Piriano, what a name. Listening today from Facebook. Well, she was listening from Facebook a minute ago. Hopefully she's back on again. Listening today from Hudson Valley in New York. Carlan today is watching here from here in Glasgow. Thank you very much. Just talking about their photograph of Martin getting dragged off the Derry's walls from the REC. Joseph says, yeah, we all camped out in the walls that night, then all dragged off by the REC the next morning, 6 cops to 1 man at times. What was that all about, mate? Was that we was protesting against the Orange March or something, or what we was camping out in the walls for? Just let us know. John Boy McElhenney, Freedom Sons by the Wolfhound. Cheers, mate. Right, definitely you put that on in the next few tunes, mate. Not a problem. Anne-Marie Barkley is watching today from God's Country. There only is one God's Country, and that would be West Belfast. So it would loud and proud. Anne-Marie, thank you very much for tuning in today. Thank you very much. Right, so next tune, we did manage to find this one for Carlan. She was looking down McCabe, 4 Green Fields earlier on. Could not find it for the life of me, but she wants this one instead. Only Our Rivers Run Free. Admitting I haven't heard this version. Haven't heard this version yet from Dan McCabe, so it's the first time for me as well. Feed the Bear today is listening in from North Lanarkshire. Derek Daly is watching today from Cork, Macara. Good man, Derek. Thank you very much. Cheers for tuning in to Rebel Sundays. Right, here we go. This Rebel Sundays, folks, on the Rebel podcast. Cheers, everybody else just tuning in now from Facebook since we restarted off. Seems to be a few more people watching Facebook now than there was earlier on. I think so, obviously it's whenever we first started, the match was on, so a lot of people wouldn't have clicked on and listened. But now since the match is off, they've clicked on. So we're here for another hour and 30 minutes. So loads more time to go, folks. So here we go. It's Dan McCabe, folks, saw it with Only Our Rivers Run Free, spicy for Carlan McCrory.
Apples still grow in November, when blossoms still bloom from each tree, when leaves are still green in December. Stand out, our land will be free. I wonder her hills and her valleys, but still through my sorrow I see our land that has never known freedom, still only her rivers run free. I drink to the death of a man, those men who'd rather die bound to live in the cold chains of bondage, to bring back the rights were denied. Oh, where are you now when we need you? What burns where the flame used to be? Are you gone like the snows of last winter? And will only our rivers run free? How sweet is a life, but we're crying. How mellow the wine, but it's dry. How fragrant the rose, but it's dying. How mellow the breeze, but it's ice. What gold is in youth when it's aging? What joy is in eyes that can't see? When there's sorrow in sunshine and flowers, will only our river run free?
Brilliant, Dan McCabe, folks, with that Only Our Rivers Run Free. Carl Lance, here's a great version out there. Say, first time I've heard it. Say, like so many things Dan McCabe does on YouTube, great quality versions. At the same time, he knows his stuff around the desk and whatever, recording, and absolutely brilliant. So, that's for Carl Lance. Here's great version, I have to say. That's his first time hearing that there, so it was. So, Valerie Delaney, hi to him, Valerie. Rogue, please give me a big shout out to Bobby behind the bar and Finbars GA Club Cabra, keeping us entertained. Happy days, cheers for watching the show today. If he's got it on the big screen or you got it on the TV, what's happening? So Bobby, is he in our dirty dub, is he? So we'll get a request on for Bobby, Valerie, and we'll ask him what song he wants and we'll get it on for him, alright? Let's see. Right, see, Brian O'Neill says, all the best from the boys of Coatbridge Republican Flute Band. Legends indeed. See, Andy Bingham is watching from Craigavon. Good man yourself, Craigavon, boys. There we go. Arthur McMillan, I'm still in deep and constable shock at the St. Mirren. Are you really in shock, Arthur, when you've seen the team that Ange put out? It wasn't going to be a walkover, do you know what I mean? St. Mirren are actually a decent team, so they are, like, especially at home. Stephen Robinson, he's a good manager. He's got them sort of well drilled, so it wasn't going to be like a rollover for us. And start with 6 changes, you know what I mean, from the 6 first team regulars out of the team. Wasn't going to be a walk in the park, so I'm not at the same not shocked myself, so I'm not. Right, what we'll have next? We'll do a bit of Gary Ogus next time. Say, folks, if any of you are at Bundoran next week, I say I've got the last few of the CDs from the Rebs for Hope album they're done. Then we're going to start looking into getting a second album put out over this next year sometime. Definitely a lot of people have shown interest in wanting to have a song featured on the album, and it'll be going again towards the 2 Suicide Charlies here in Belfast Pips over in North, and the West Belfast Suicide Support Group here in West. Right, so this is from my album, Gary Og with the Irish Citizen Army. Phenomenal version of this song. So this features on the album. So if anybody's in Bundoran next week, folks, we'll have the last few CDs. So give us a shout and you can get one. They'll be £10 or €10. So here we go. It's Gary Og, folks, on Rebel Sundays, marching down Sackville Street, Irish Citizen Army.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sackville Street with the starry plum on high. Here comes the citizens' army with its fist raised to the sky. Leading them is a mighty man with a mad rage in his eye. My name it is James Connolly, and I didn't come here to die. To fight for the rights of the working class, the small farmer too, to protect the proletariat from the bosses and the screws. Hold on to your rifles, boys, don't give up the dream of a republic for the working class, economy, liberty. The chant goes of all citizens, the system is a curse. An English boss a monster and an Irish one even worse. They'll never lock us out again, and here's the reason why. My name it is James Connolly, and I didn't come here to die. To fight for the rights of the working class, the small farmer too, to protect the proletariat from the bosses and the screws. Hold on to your rifles, boys, don't give up the dream of a republic for the working class, economy, liberty. Over in the GP, over the bullets whizzing by, Pearce and Sean McDermott bidding each other goodbye. Up steps our citizens' leader with his fist raised to the sky. My name it is James Connolly, and I didn't come here to die, but to fight for the rights of the working class, the small farmer too, to protect the proletariat from the bosses and the screws. Hold on to your rifles, boys, don't give up the dream of a republic for the working class, economy, liberty. We fought them to a standstill as flames lit up the night. Then a bullet pierced our leader, then we gave up the fight. They shot him in Kilmainham jail, they'll never stop his cry. My name it is James Connolly, and I didn't come here to die, but to fight for the rights of the working class, the small farmer too, to protect the proletariat from the bosses and the screws. Hold on to your rifles, boys, don't give up the dream of a republic for the working class, economy, liberty. At Easter time, 1916, when flowers bloom and trees were green, they're done the day when freedom's cry called out brave men to fight and die. They were the men with the vision, the men with the cause, the men who defied their oppressors' laws, the men who traded their chains for guns. Born into slavery, they were freedom's sons. In Dublin town, they fought and died with Pearce, McDermott and McBride. Ourselves alone, their battle cry and freedom sang to the Easter sky. They were the men with the vision, the men with the cause, the men who defied their oppressors' laws, the men who traded their chains for guns. Born into slavery, they were freedom's sons.
poet's dream had sparked the flame, a raging fire that soon became, and from that fire of destiny there rose a nation proud and free. They were the man with the vision, the man with the cause, the men who defied their oppressors' laws, the men who traded their chains for guns. Born into slavery, they were freedom's sons. 6 counties are in bondage still. Those men who died, was this their will? Until they're free and oppression cease, only then can they rest in peace. They were the men with the vision, the men with the cause, the men who defied their oppressors' laws, the men who traded their chains for guns. Born to slavery, they were freedom's sons.
That is Freedom Sons are folks from... No, there, that's Glass in Heaven. Where'd that come in from her? Yeah, that's Freedom Sons are folks from the Wolfhound, the great Wolfhound, one of the best bands ever come out of Belfast. That was played for John Boy McElhenney at once, so it was. Let's see, Neil Costigan, Any Chance of Joseph Mary. Yes, mate, that's going to be on next. That's another song from my own album, Rails for Hope. Joseph McGuinness says, yeah, God rest young McNallis, he helped to resolve it. I see, you're talking about the walls, yeah, so I were marching on the walls, they were marching on the walls without our consent, outside bands coming and throwing stuff into the bog, so they've been playing tunes for hours over the bog, so that's why they were camping out, right, okay. Brent McCann, shouting here, he must be angry, is he? What's going on? What is here, Caps? Hey, Big Roo, Big Chucky Arla from South Florida. If you get time, Shebeen, Fields of Avonrag at Vachy Road. Shout out to all who fought for freedom. Kieran Mack, raging and missing Bundoran Row, offered tickets and couldn't get it off work. God's sake, enjoy. Mate, even trying to even come down for the... Are you working over the weekend, are you? Come down even for the Saturday night or something, whatever. You can do it there. Martin says, what was the tea just come up? Was that the tea just come up there? No, it wasn't. I had to go and make my own tea because I'm on my own house, made my own house here today. But there's no milk, so I couldn't even make a cup of tea. So, no, that wasn't the tea that come up. I'm not happy at all, Marty. Colleen Ward, not jealous here at all. Hi, wrote in the Celts well over in Santa Provo. Will you please play any song from Shebeen? Michael Duncan. Great as per, big man. Cheers, full to do. Die Hard Mick from Adrossan in Ayrshire. Good man yourself. Derek Daly was looking for The Hills Around Dunloy from Emer. Right, we'll try and fit that in as well. So we'll have another hour and 10 minutes, folks, to fit in. So any more songs, just let me know, and I'll try and get them in over the next hour and 10 minutes. Here we go. This is for Neil Costigan. Neil again, mate, cheers for the donation last week, mate. You're a legend. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Again, cheers for everybody who has donated as well to the show today, folks. Say keeps the show going. Say especially in these tough times. And I did mention last week of the bloody gas and electric keeps going up as much as it is, and the fuel. I could end up having to go back to work here on a Sunday. Just to bloody make ends meet. And it's mad to say now when you think. Say, and I'm pretty comfortable. I mean, we have 2 jobs in the house, plus I'm doing 2 jobs. And we're still just about comfortable. I dread to think who anybody that is on benefits or on the breadline is coping, folks, with this. and it is a cost of living crisis. It's mad. So just folks, just try and hang in there. Like, but I say, folks, if any of you are watching the show, you're enjoying it, and you can afford something, drop us a wee tip or donation, whatever way you want to see it, to the show. You can see here to my right hand side, down there, there's a link for family in the south. There's a link there for Revolut. Up here, there's a link for PayPal. Also, if you don't use PayPal or Revolut, I can take a few donations through like a direct payment through a bank transfer. So send me a wee PM and I'll give you the details if you want to send something on. But folks, say everybody that donates to the show every week, it is much appreciated. I have to say, from the bottom of my heart, I always make a point of saying it on the wee Marty. Yes, Ballad, Ciao is going to be on in the next 3 songs as well. Okay, don't worry. Yeah, I always make a point of saying it, folks, at the end of my wee post put up every week, just thanking everybody. So cheers. Right, so this is the next one. This is for Neil Costigan. Again, we just played their Ciara McCafferty with the Martin McGuinness song. This is her brother, equally talented brother, Sean McCafferty, with a song written by Dana Bart. You heard us talking about this here in Derry a few weeks ago. We were up there with Rowan McDonald. So this is Joseph Mary, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
Upon me, you gaze into my eyes. The pain, it moves in slowly, for you've a greater love than I. I'll forgive you for your first love, for Ireland is so deep. And I know for you to savour, you must leave me here. My heart is breaking, Joseph, as I hear the seagulls play. No longer you'll be with me after all of this today. I know I'll never love again. My heart is far too sore, and I know that you'll stay with me until we meet once more. 1,000 times I've pictured our wedding in my head, with all our comrades gathered, but your fate is set instead. These memories of Kilmainham will stay with me now. This fight for Irish freedom has led us to our vows. Our love lies in the future of Ireland bright and free. We took the call together to gain our liberty. But until then, dear Joseph, sleep well the Grandma Cree. And when I finally join you, we'll have eternity. 1,000 times I've pictured our wedding in my head, with all our comrades gathered, but your fate is set instead. These memories of Kilmainham will stay with me now. This fight for Irish freedom has led us to our vows. This fight for Irish freedom has led us to our cause.
Yeah, Joseph Mary. In case anyone hadn't heard that song before, obviously everybody under the sun has heard the Ballad of Grace. Well, that song there is sort of written on the eyes of Grace. So it is. It's a beautiful song. Say it was written by Dana Barrett, and obviously she contacted Sean McCafferty. Sean put the music to it, and the sort of arrangement of the song. Phenomenal. I remember when we first played that in the show back a couple of years now, when Roland McDonald first sent it to me and said, have a listen to this, what do you think? And it just blew, the reception it got from the viewers, all yourselves, just absolutely loved it. So that's why it went on our album, Rest for Hope. And it's one of the biggest songs on it. Right, so we're looking for Shebeen with the Fields Off and Ryan. Sorry, the Gavaki Road one. Yeah, I think this is the one that's with the Fields Off and Rye on their live album. So I'm going to play it. I think that's the right one, but it's because it's like 6 minutes long. So I think it's as far as I remember, that's the one off their Live in the Craigan album that goes, you know, walking down Gavaki Road and with the Fields Off and Rye. So I think that's what it is. So we'll play it anyway. Right back to a couple of comments here. We'll have let's see, Ciara Griffin. Ro, would you wish my mummy Bernie a happy birthday for Wednesday, please? And if you could, please play Terry O'Neill. He was a dear friend of hers, please. Yes, not a problem. We'll get Emer on Terry O'Neill before we finish up the show today. Paul Sheeran. What's crack, Paul? Hello from Limerick. Good man for tuning in. Hope you had a good time over in Lanzarote. Seen the videos, stuff and photos. Look, you had a good crack. And we will see you next week in Bundoran. Really looking forward to catching up. Mate, Seamus Gallagher, could you please play Jackie Duddy by Tony Boy Ray, please, Ro? Thanks. I haven't heard that version. I'll have a look at that now. Normally I only play the Dougie Breslin version, but I'll look now, mate, definitely, and see what album that is on. Right, so here we go. This is for Marty Kane. He was looking for Ballad, Ciao. So, folks, this is likely to get us cut off. Facebook, I probably will say, that normally does, but listen, we can't just keep going on not playing certain songs and certain bands because Facebook might like it. So all I'll say is if you're watching on Facebook, go on to YouTube and get a listen and watch the show from YouTube. It just means you can still comment and join in the show, just but it won't get cut off as much as it does on Facebook for playing certain songs. So here we go. This is the brilliant Wakes band who do a phenomenal version of this song. This is Ballad, Ciao. Especially pink with everything happening right now, folks, with busy Celtic fans being silenced by Sky Sports and not be able to say certain things, not be able to just express what you want to say about the Royals and all this crap, whatever. It's a real song of just basically like shove it up. This one, so this one. It's the Wakes, folks, with Ballad, Ciao on Rebel Sundays.
Una mattina mi sono svegliato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono svegliato e ho trovato l'invasor, un partigiano, portami via, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Oh partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire, e se io muoio da partigiano, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire. E se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire. seppellire su in montagna. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Seppellire lassù in montagna sotto l'ombra d'un bel fior. E le genti che passeranno. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. E le genti che passeranno mi daranno che bel fior. Tutte le genti che passeranno mi daranno che bel fior. Questo è il fiore del partigiano. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Questo è il fiore del partigiano morto per la libertà. Questo è il fiore del partigiano morto per la libertà.
Here's a song we don't know. Let's see this reason if it feels a matter right. Let's see this second one. I know the prison wall. Take away Canadian. You sold to beggars' card, selling out a single mark. Now the prison ship lies waiting in the bay. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And the ride there was what a small river flowed. Up was on the way. Yes, we dreams and songs the same. It's so lonely and the millions above the line. I know the prison wall. I heard a young boy call. Well then, nothing matters me, let's sing it. Against the devil and the crowd and the clouds, it cuts me down. You must raise our giants to the team. Yo, 1, 2, 3, 4. There is and the fight. There was what a small river's cry. Love was on the way. Yes, your dreams and songs to sing. It's so out against the sky. She lives in hope and pain, but in love and bad in pain. It's so lonely, and it feels about to die. Hey, here we go. Whoa! To sing, it's so lonely, and it feels about to cry. Hey, on your own, 1, 2, 3, 4. About to cry. Hey, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. The small free birds fly. And love is on the way. Dreams and songs to sing.
Yes, and I should be there for you folks, especially for Colin and the rest of you over in Santa Ponsa listening to the Celts well today. Fair play to you, just lucky bastards. Right, what do we have left to go? We'll have another hour to go today's show, folks. So get the requests on. We're still on at the minute on Facebook for our second stint of the day, so it's good to hear. Right, so say we had a photo there sent in from on Twitter from a couple Blackpool. I'm just saying who it was here. Let's see who sent it on. Sarah Jane Coffey says, yeah, we'll send you a picture on Twitter and Facebook. I couldn't find it on Facebook, but I managed to find it there on Twitter. So yep, look at this here living room bed as well. Look at this. I'll just get rid of a wee comment there. Where's it? There we go, watching the show today. Thank you very much. Great picture of the King there and Caesar as well. He didn't think the Fisher watching the match or watching the show today, so thank you very much. And Marty as well, who's just sent us in a lovely picture. He's I think he just had to give Elaine a nice kiss in the lips while they're in the house. So there you go, our friend Marty. So folks, we'll have during the last hour of the day show. So any more requests? I think I'm up to sort of got everything that's been asked for, I think, today anyway. So if there's ones I have missed out on, let me know. Folks, don't forget these here next couple of events. So this one is taking place on what day is it? So it's Saturday the 3rd of December. It seems like it's been organised for a long time this year now. Maybe we did sort of organising it, but well, I suppose when you look into the whole story of where this gig was meant to happen, the big double gig was meant to happen, and it was all cancelled because of the bomb Irish or cunts, and then did I just say it there on live, did I? But then it was sort of cancelled and then downsized. So to the Rock Bar. So folks, if any want to go, it's going to be a great night. Probably it's a smaller venue, but I think probably more intimate. It'll be a good crack. So making their return to West Belfast, it's going to be Clover Rebel Band, folks from County Limerick. And on the night they're going to be officially launching their latest live CD that was recorded at last year's big fans gathering in the PD. So it's going to be Clover live in West Belfast. So this is going to be the only official launch date for the CD, folks. So if anyone's going to be there, make sure you get yourself a copy. It's going to be a class CD. I've played a few of the songs, as you know, on the show. So I have I actually may play one today as well before we finish up. So on the night it's going to be Clover. Then local guy from St James's, Kieran Mack, is going to be starting things off for you, folks, before the band starts. Then I'll be doing a few tunes myself, big row throughout the night. So, folks, only a tenner in. There is tickets available online, but you can pay at the door if you want. But I advise people to go online and buy their tickets beforehand, just so we sort of know where we stand with people, you know. And then the week before it, I've been privileged and asked to take part in this year gig here as well. As you know, for many, many years, I used to play with our new flute band, folks. Probably going on 25 years. It's going back in the day now. So they're going to be marking volunteer Pierce Jordan's 30th anniversary on Saturday the 26th of November at the Felons Club. So entertainment on the night is going to be from local legend Bick McFarland and the Irish Brigade. And then also we're going to have Battle of the Bands between Ernua from West Belfast and then the Maxi from Glasgow. It's the Maxi or the volunteer Sean McElvenna flute band, plus myself, Big Row. I'll be DJing throughout the night and then a bit at the end as well. Folks, doors for that one, they're open at 7 o'clock and it's going to be bunged. And I say that you cannot pay at the door, it's tickets only. So if you want to go, check out Ernua Flute Band's Facebook page or see any of the band members and you can get yourself a ticket. But it's going to be a great, great night, all in memory of volunteer Pierce Jordan on his 30th anniversary. That is Saturday the 26th of November. So hopefully see a few of you there, folks. Right, see if we can get a few more comments before we do this here next song. Let's see what I have lined up next. Joseph says that Marty Heaney, language I'll tell your ma. Well, it's not here today, okay? So she's not here from up and throw tea around me or wrap my knuckles. I'm sure they'll be crying from Malta, so we'll like Anne-Marie Connell. Hey, could you give a wee shout out to Eddie and Anne-Marie from Wishaw? Not a problem. Anne-Marie and Eddie watching today from Wishaw. Thank you very much. Marty Kane. Rose, the Shabeen song about Gravaki Road is called The Fields of Achnacoy. Is it? Right, okay. On the album, I must be on another one of their live albums, something must be. I thought it was one of their live in the Craig one. I've seen that. Feed the Bear. Let's see, that would that would nae budgie. You need some Michael Duncan posted on this is Paradise. Big man also watching on YouTube as well on my phone. Good man, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Half these comments I haven't a clue what they're on about. Don't trip over that call too, for God's sake. Haven't a clue what they're on about. Right, so this is the next song we're going to do. Today we're going to play a song from what do I have lined up next? Go to some Callie's Men. Actually, we're talking there about the lads on Derry's Walls. So they do a phenomenal version of this song. Obviously, the Phil Coulter song, Town Love So Well. I think the last time I played this on the show was the John Rafferty version, but the Callie's Men version is class. It's live from the Craig as well, and instead of sort of them saying they're still playing a small pickup band, they say they're playing a small Republican band. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing Callie's Men next week at Bundoran. Cannot wait. Definitely one of my favourite bands. Here goes Rebel Sundays, folks, and this is Callie's Men with the Town Love So Well.
Memory, I can always see the time that I have loved so well. In school, when we played ball by the old gas-yard wall, and we laughed through the smoke and the snow. Going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. These were happy days in so many ways, back in the time that I loved so well. Factory home, they called women from Clino. The love
the children and then walk the doors. And when times got tough, there was just about enough, but they saw it through without complaining. For deep inside was a burning light in the town I loved so well. There was music, it was there in that free, free area, just like a language that we could all understand. I remember that day that we had our first play. We still play in a small Republican bar. There I spent my youth, and to tell you the truth, I was sad just to leave it all behind me. I started out my life, and I divorced my wife back in the time that I loved so well. But her night turned on my eyes, they were low to see our time be brought to its knees. But the armored cars and the bombed out bars and the gas that hangs on to every breeze. Now the army's installed by that old gas-shot wall, and the downpour work gets higher and higher. With their tanks and their guns, oh my God, what have they done to the town I love so well? Music is gone, and we still carry on. Well, our spirit has been bruised, it's never broken, and our hearts, they are set, and we never will forget. For tomorrow it brings peace once again. For what's done is not yet done, and what's won is not yet won, and what's lost is not lost nor gone forever. I can only pray for a bright and brand new day, the time that I loved so well. I can only pray for freedom's
some energy back in the time I love so well. Thank you.
Good man, Mickey Kelly there as Kelly's man, folks, with the Town I Love So Well. It's Rebel Sundays, folks, on the Rebel podcast. You're very welcome. And everybody that's watching the show, the recorded version of the show, maybe tonight, tomorrow, or whatever, cheers for tuning in. And folks, I would ask you all, go on to YouTube, please, and if you could like and subscribe to the page. Also click the wee icon, the wee bell. Just means as soon as I go live, you get a notification. And obviously, it's better for me to go on the channel if you all watch on YouTube, you know what I mean? Plus, it doesn't get cut off, as Facebook likes to cut us off now and again. So, Brent McCann, well done, big man. Thank you very much, mate. Brian O'Neill, brilliant show. Thank you very much. Hail yourself too. Hadn't a clue what basically Feed the Bear and Joseph and Marty are talking about here. They're talking a little shit, like, just back and forths. Had a bit of crack. I think that's all the comments. Right, so we mentioned earlier on about we're going to do a Clover song. So yeah, next week, folks, at the Hills Donegal Satellite Supporters Festival, Clover is going to be making their debut at the festival. Looking forward to seeing how they get on. Doing a couple of the bigger gigs on the evenings. So and hopefully as well, I will have the lads, well, a couple of them anyway, playing at my outside show on the Saturday afternoon. I think Clover aren't, as far as from what I hear, they aren't playing until Saturday night. So they'll be free to come down and do a couple of tunes for us live. So good job. I'm sure we'll do a song there next off their new album, Carlan Row. Can we get something Say Too Strong for all the Celtic supporters to lift their spirits? I don't think that their song will lift the spirits today of the Celtic supporters. One song I will play that will lift their spirits, we'll play in a wee minute. Right, so this is Clover, folks, with the track, the latest one they've released from their brand new album that's going to be released very, very soon. Clover live in the PD in West Belfast. And this is their rendition of the Rockall Ambush, folks. It's Rebel Sundays. Here we go.
I've sung so many songs of fallen heroes. I really thought that I had said it all. But if a song can fill our hearts and raise our spirits, then we'll sing about our martyrs at Rockall. Tell the Irish nation couldn't tell its sorrow. Such sadness and this country shall know. For Monaghan they lost a gallant soldier with 7 volunteers from Lisbon. What does he say? England, do you really think it's over? Come on! If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we will make you rule the blood spill at Rockall. It was on a warm and misty Friday evening. The second back with glass of filthy hair. Back in the streets, you quiet and deserted. But they say yes, we're watching everywhere. Oh, the nigger bomb that only reaches target. The trap was sprung, gunfire filled the air. Maggie captured, she did not want any prisoners. Shoot to kill her orders were fighting. What does he say? Oh, England, do you really think it's over? Sing, if you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we will make you rule the blood spill at Rockall. You butchered 8 brave volunteers that evening. They were kicked and punched in case they went on dead. You drag them up and down that Armagh village, and you fill their bodies full of blood. Well, did you think that it would teach us all a lesson? Some savagery the whole world was appalled. Well, don't you know, there's 20 more men waiting for each one that you murdered at the hall. Let's hear ya! Oh, England, do you really think it's over? Sing it! If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we will make you rule the blood spill at Rockall. Side by side with Corey McCartney and Tony Army. United dragging British from the north. And get Clarkers and you for Seamus Stormy. On that night you were the youngest of them all. And Jared O'Connell and a gal in Eugene Kelly. Your blood is in the maidens of them all. Come on, let's hear ya. Oh, England, do you really think it's over? Come on, if you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. One and all. Fire until you take your murderers out of Ireland. We will make you rue the blood spill and not know. Irish. Oh, England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. Fire until you take your murderers out of Ireland. We will make you rue the blood spill and not know. We will make you rue the blood spill and not know.
Yeah, hey, go on, Peter. There's Clover there, folks, with the Ballad of the Rockall Ambush. That's ours from their forthcoming brand new live album recorded in West Belfast. So you can see it on the screen. Live at the PD Club, recorded last year at the Big Fans Gathering. Right, just over half an hour left, folks, of the day for you. Have you any constructive to say in the comments? Please say them, but I have no clue what half this here back and forth is going on here, so it is. I'm just looking to see if there's anything I forgot on these here, the ads we're supposed to do. Let's see. Yeah, if any's, I just see there's a wee meme there flagging about on. I just seen on Facebook of the it was the unmuted version of the minute's applause. That Sky didn't mute, and obviously very, very funny. And again, folks, if any didn't see the start of the match today, this is basically the banner that the Green Brigade had. So it says, obviously, they were thinking, how are we going to get round these nasty Celtic supporters and ruin their, because they're going to ruin our minutes silence, so they're going to boo and clap. So it was decided that no, we'll do a minute's applause instead at Paisley. So the Celtic fans and the wisdom and the Green Brigade probably said, well, listen, what we'll do is if you hit the royal family, clap your hands. So obviously that's their all saying, if you hit the royal family, clap your hands. And obviously the start of the minute's applause, so everybody, the whole crowd was all clapping away while they were singing, if you hit the royal family, clap your hands. I think it took Sky a few minutes to sort of get on to it, what they were doing, before they muted them out. But listen, well done to the Green Brigade as normal, as usual. Great show of respect. And I seen a thing on Twitter as well during the week. I think it was a picture of their banner from the Champions League match during the week. And said, obviously, the one said they're going to get into the banner for it. The one says fuck the crown. Somebody had writ about that the Green Brigade have basically raised more money for local charities and basically like the homeless and all whatever over the last so many years than the royal family have ever done. Do you know what I mean? So basically this abuse that the Green Brigade is getting, it's all just manufactured and it's bullshit. So it's like, I mean, so yeah. Right, so what are we going to do next? I'm just checking what I have here lined up next to do here. They're going to be a tune here. Somebody asked me for the Wolf Tones earlier on, Rock On Rockall. Song very, very rarely playing the show. Never gets asked as well for it. Strange. It's a groovy tune. So hopefully this one doesn't get us cut off. But listen, I think we're going to do a bit of the Irish Brigade. We haven't played some Irish Brigade in the show over the last few weeks, and it's not on. We're not going to let Mark Zuckerberg win. So if we could cut off Facebook, we'll get cut off Facebook. But they're due a tune on the show, I have to say. They give Jerry Glacken his dues, you know what I mean? So here we go. This is the Wolf Tones, folks, with Rock On Rockall on Rebel Sundays. To say we'll have half an hour left. So if there's any songs you want I haven't done yet, get them in the requests in the comments sections on Twitter, Facebook and YouTube. If you've asked for one that haven't done it yet, just put it in again and I'll try and get it on for you. Here we go.
Oh, the empire is finished, no foreign lands to seize, so the greedy eye of England is turning towards the seas. 200 miles from Donegal, there's a place that's called Rockall, and the groping hands of Whitehall rubbing at its walls. Oh,
Oh, Rockall, you never fall. For Britain's greedy hands, or you meet the same resistance like you did in many lands. May the seagulls rise to pluck your eyes, and the water crush your shell, and the natural gas will burn your ass and blow you all to hell.
This rock is part of Ireland, for it's written in folklore. Finn McCool took a sod of grass, he threw it to the fore. Then he tossed the pebble across the sea. Wherever did it fall, for the sod became the Isle of Man. The pebble's called Rockall.
Oh, Rockall, you never fall. For Britain's greedy hands, or you meet the same resistance like you did in many lands. May the seagulls rise to pluck your eyes, and the water crush your shell, and the natural gas will burn your ass and blow you all to hell.
Oh, the seas will not be silent while Britannia grabs the waves. Remember that the Irish will no longer be your slaves. Remember that Britannia well, she rules the waves no more. Keep your hands off Rockall, it's Irish to the core.
Oh, Rockall, you never fall. For Britain's greedy hands, or you meet the same resistance like you did in many lands. May the seagulls rise to pluck your eyes, and the water crush your shell, and the natural gas will burn your ass.
Well, that ended slightly abruptly, so it did. I'm sure you're probably thinking on Facebook or something it cut off. That version of the song it cut off about 20 seconds before it was meant to go in. So we'll do the next tune here. This is for Ciara's mummy, who is celebrating their birthday this week. So it's Emer McGuinness with the ballad of Terence O'Neill.
Was given no chance. Your parents worked hard to buy their own home, to raise a family. What's the roots grow? Sadly, comfort and safety was too much to ask for a Catholic family in loyalist Belfast. A cruel life, watch your young sisters beat in your home, petrol bombs, see your mother's heartbreaking. Your brother took a job in the shipyard in time, bullets in his lunch from those loyal to their crime. Murdered for his creed, didn't come home that day, returning up to work, what a price to pay. Brave Teddy O'Neill for Ireland gave all, for justice and freedom you answered her call. Your name is engraved with our patriots true. Terence Teddy O'Neill will not forget you. In the Belfast Brigade, proudly Teddy took a stand, while an active service became a wanted man. Our fearless freedom fighter with a heart made of gold, his seeds of freedom blossomed as he watched his daughter grow. He jumped out a window to escape from the rain. The Brits fired after him, they wanted Teddy dead. Finally captured after 5 years on the run, interrogated and tortured, they couldn't break our son. We're letting you out to kill you, the RUC did sneer, but Teddy held his head up high, though he knew his time was near. Summer in Belfast, when rose petals fall, police open fire with no warning call. Brave Teddy O'Neill for Ireland gave all, for justice and freedom you answered her call. Your name is fatal shots that his life had been saved. Was first volunteer, buried in Hilltime with pride. Joe McDonald, Bobby Sands, forever by your side. For truth and justice will always campaign. Those shoot to kill victims, riddance bloody shame. Father Murphy and Derry, your brother Lockall, like Teddy O'Neill for Iron Gable. Brave Teddy O'Neill for Iron Gable, for justice and freedom you answered her call. Your name is engraved with our patriots true. Terence Teddy O'Neill will not forget you. Terence Teddy O'Neill will not forget you.
So an email there, folks, with the ballad of Terence Teddy O'Neill, especially for Ciara's mummy. They're celebrating her birthday this Wednesday, so happy birthday. What do I have left to do? Let's see. So obviously going on here about this bloody balloon Jeremy Kale. I've seen the comments he made during the week, like, about Celtic fans, like, and he's just a washed up journalist now. So not even a journalist, basically, like, when you look at that show he done, like, I mean, he made a living off basically vulnerable people and making a dick out of them on TV, on national TV. And he has the cheek to come on here, but basically calling Celtic fans, calling them out and giving them grief. Don't think so, Jeremy. Right. So Carl Lamb was looking for my last farewell. We'll try and fit that in before we finish up today. So we'll. So folks, don't forget next Sunday, and next weekend in general. We're not going to be here next Sunday as normal. So I'll just put up the wee flyers. We'll have you in for what I'm going to be doing next week at the Hills Donegal Festival. You're probably going, why is he about to shut up about this here? So here's the lineup, folks. Because we've been waiting for this year since 2019, so really looking forward to it. So Shay Doolan, Kelly's Men, Anne Sparad, Damien Quinn, Spirit of Freedom, O'Neill Alsop Flute Band, Phoenix Folk, Clover, Liam McDonald, Liam Lappin Music, and myself, Ro, from the Rebel podcast. Could be a great weekend. It all kicks off on the Thursday night, folks. Usually just one band on the Thursday, and then it all properly kicks off on the Friday. It does Friday, Saturday and Sunday. There's a couple of different venues this year from what I know that we haven't maybe done in the last couple of years. I know definitely the Central isn't going to be on this year. So I'm likely to be playing on the Friday night, I think, at the end of all the bands in the Allingham, from what the conversation I had with Mickey yesterday. So looking forward to that there now. My main shows will be on the Saturday afternoon, so internet providing, I have decent Wi-Fi, I'll be broadcasting my whole show from outside Paris nightclub, Marty, by the way, not Paris on the Champs-Elysees, as they say, and the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, I'll be broadcasting from outside Paris nightclub, where all the bands will be playing inside as well throughout the afternoon, from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and I have a few special guests coming out to play a few tunes for me throughout the afternoon. So hopefully see a few of you there, and then the next day, say really looking forward to this here. I'm going to be doing presenting the question and answer session plus a meet and greet with two Celtic legends, Alan Thompson and John Fallon. That's going to be in the Allingham Arms. That's all part of the festival, folks. So that kicks off. Not sure what time it is, but I know it's Sunday afternoon. I don't say, providing I have decent Wi-Fi as well, I'm going to be filming the whole thing live. So any of you aren't there, I'll be able to watch this here, because I know he's all love to hear John Fallon. Alan Thompson, he's done many great podcasts recently. They're all crackers. So, but if I go and watch the James English one, that's the most in-depth one I've watched. So if you get a chance, go and watch it. So that's going to be next week, folks. We're not going to be here as normal as we would be on a Sunday from 1 to 4. So if you're coming on next week and going, where's Ro? Why is he not on? That's why. So get yourselves down to Bundoran, folks. The wristbands are €50, so they are for the whole weekend. And I'm sure you'll agree it's a great weekend's entertainment. So we'll have them in there for since 2019. So really looking forward to getting back to the Hills Donegal Celtic Supporters Festival. Joseph McGuinness says, the old trigger words getting us shut down Facebook again. Well, this here next song is definitely going to get us shut down, but I don't care. Sick of basically getting shut down by Facebook for playing certain songs. So here we go. This is the Irish Brigade from their album Live in Dublin, and this is probably one of the best songs for me that Jerry Glacken has written. Probably because the song means so much to him. A song called Ambush at Clino. Being Jerry was a school teacher for a few of the lads who were killed in this ambush, so obviously he knew them pretty closely growing up, and obviously was their mentor. And then they had to write a song about this here. It was very, very sad for him. So here we go. This, folks, is the Irish Brigade on Rebel Sundays with the Ambush at Clino.
Here's a song for young lives lost before their time, for daring lads cut down in their pride, in a land that longed for freedom and for peace. It's a prayer that all the heartache soon will cease. Sometimes it's hard to find the words to say, when the cut's so deep the pain won't go away. How much longer must we struggle, mourn and pray, till we see the light of freedom's dawning day? In their boyhood years these lads learned at first hand they were only second class in their own land, stopped and searched by police each time they walked the streets, and degraded by each foot patrol they made. To those RUCN soldiers it was fun to intimidate our children with their guns, but there's some young folk who won't take any more, and there's some who'll want to even up the score. Barry O'Donnell was a thorn in England's side. He led his volunteers with dauntless pride. Sean O'Farrell stood beside him all the while, and we never will forget his roguish smile. Countless times in action these pair played their part, that they couldn't hold them broke the soldiers' hearts. But the lads knew they lived on borrowed time, but they'd make their mark before they crossed the line. In Island Square that February night, well, the sentries in the barrack all took fright. Oh, for on a lorry coming straight ahead was a unit of the East Tyrone Brigade. From that lorry's back the Irish flag flew high, and a big machine gun pointed at the sky. And when Barry with that gun began to shoot, oh, the Brits there longed for transfers to Beirut. As the traitor bullet split the barrack wall, our brave volunteers showed no fear at all. As that lorry drove away, the people cheered, little knowing that their cries would soon be tears. It was the boldest deed that little town had known in all the years of struggle in Tyrone. It was the saddest night that town would come to know, for the SAS lay waiting at Clino. It was not until they had the big gun down, and our volunteers thought they were safe and sound, that the Sassy opened up from every side, and on that killing ground four brave lads died. We lost both Peter Clancy on that night, a volunteer who scored Britannia's might. Young Paddy Vincent died there by his side. He gave his life for what he thought is right. We salute you, Barry, Peter, Paddy, Sean. Though you've left us, your memory will live on. For to the crown, the knee you'd never bend, and you were bold and fearless to the end. So come all of you who love your native land. Hands for peace and freedom, we march hand in hand. Our brave volunteers have not been lost in vain. From the ashes we will build our land. So come all of you, so come all of you who love your native land. Hands for peace and freedom, we march hand in hand. Our brave volunteers have not been lost in vain. From the ashes we will build our land again. From the ashes we will build our land again.
And Facebook, I think it's been cut off now because the numbers went down there by about 20, so they did. So I'm just waiting on a notification any second now to say that Facebook was cut off. So it hasn't been here yet, so it hasn't. But I don't want to cut it off until I get the notification that's been cut off. So if is anybody listening on Facebook still? Just let me know. I'm telling you, it's still on. Well, obviously you can't. There it is. There. You see, first week we play the Irish Gate. Bang. Right. So remove. We're just going to cut this off. Right. Remove it, and then we'll start off a new Facebook feed again once more. So that's what we're going to do. That's all we can do. I'm not basically going to bow down to Mark Zuckerberg and have this here basically being told what I can and can't play. If you're going to cut me off, I'm going to be going back on straight again. That's the way it is. Right. Just regarding what Joseph was saying there about like if you're having private conversations and certain things pick up live what you're saying and then the pass them details on. That's a perfect day. Like of last week, I was on the phone to a friend, right? I'm talking about buying a new van, so so I was saying, yeah, look, this is what I'm looking at buying. Even like the size of the van and the engine and stuff, whatever it was, for about 20 minutes. And next thing I logged on Facebook, and the first 10 ads I seen on Facebook were all for all local places that sell vans and finance for vans and all whatever. And I'm like, fuck. I haven't been searching on Google or anything for vans or whatever, or haven't been on searching for vans on Facebook, and that is because the phone conversation I was having, that's what it was. It's crazy. So it is like it's a scary world out there, I have to say. I've just been looking, just browsing Facebook where that song was playing, and reading a lot of the comments from different forums and supporters groups and pages about today's match, and the abuse Big Ange is getting from people is disgrace. Like, I mean, what this man has done for our team, and granted today, yep, he maybe got the tactics wrong, but to me, he's just trying to keep everybody happy, trying to use his whole squad. It's okay having all these great players, but you need to play them and get them a run out. You know what I mean? You can't just call on them whenever like somebody gets an injury. They have to be maybe 6 players in one go wasn't a great thing, but some these supporters, they've been spoilt, so they have of late, and the abuse this man's getting today, it's terrible. So it is. So all I'm going to say is, folks, we might have lost the match today, so we might have, right? But it's still, this song here, it's still very, very true. So chill up, everybody.
We're on the top of the league looking and on the angels, and the only explanation I can find is the form we have found since I've just been around. That has put us at the top of the league. We're on the top of the league looking down on the angels, and the only explanation I can find is the form we have found since I've just been around. That has put us at the top of the league. We're on the top of the league looking down on the angels, and the only explanation I can find is the form we have found since I've just been around. That's put us at the top of the league. Let's hear you. We're on the is a form we have found since I've just been around. That's put us at the top of the league. We're on the top of the league looking down on the range ups, and the only explanation I can find. It's a fault we have found since I've just been around. At the best at the top of the league. They will sing at the top of the league. God bless Bagage.
So sad on this bright Easter morn, when Irishmen are proud and glad of the land where they were born. Oh son, I see in memory view a far off distant day, when being just a boy like you, I joined the IRA. Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, Cree, I long to see the boys of the old brigade. From hills and farms the call to arms was heard by one and all. And from the glen came brave young men to answer Ireland's call. 'Twas long ago we faced the foe, the old brigade and me, and by my side they fought and they died that Ireland might be free. Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, Cree, I long to see the boys of the old brigade. And now, my son, I've told you why on Easter morn I sigh, for I recall my comrades all in dark old days gone by, and I think of men who fought in Glen with rifle and grenade. May heaven keep the men who sleep from the ranks of the old brigade. Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, Cree, I long to see the boys of the old brigade. Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, Cree, I long to see the boys of the old brigade.
There we go. That is the sound of Kathleen Logger for you with the Boys Old Brigade. And just before that there we had Tony Boy Ray live with top of the league. Folks say it's still 2 points and say it isn't that bad, you know what I mean? It's the first game of unbeaten in 38 games or something like that there. Like, that's a lot not to be sniffed at. And there's somebody mentioned in the comments as well. I mean, Bayern Munich get beat as well yesterday, so did by some team Berlin. But I think it's like a derby famines, but like there's what's the crack, James? Only just joined in as I've been out with Jerry Donnelly sorting out next weekend's trip to Bundoran. So I'm 10 miles from home. You could support the Albion. You'll get used to losing and drawing now and again. And yes, I'm drunk up the rebs. Mate, that team of yours is Jesus. What's happening? I think Steve Bruce is going to be out in his hole very soon. But here, listen, how's Tommy Rogic get on for you? Does he play it, does he? For the Albion? But seen the other day there, he can get beat again. Like, it's not great, mate. It's not going well for you. I can't see Eugene being back in the Premier League anytime soon, to be honest. That's the way you're playing. Valerie's just sent me this here photograph. Actually, they're all watching the show today live from the St Vimbars Club in Cabra. So cheers. I think that's the barman, is it? You're shouting the guy in the blacker. But cheers for everybody for watching, seeing the picture in the background on the screen. So thanks for having us on today on the show. Much appreciated. Right, so I haven't actually got another song lined up yet. So I haven't. So what we'll do? We'll actually do a song because Rabbit asked us to play a song for Damien Quinn, for Terry. Thankfully, she's not on today to melt my head. Like, but we'll see when we're on the sort of talking about the Celtic team, talking about Celtic Day losing today. But listen, we're still on, still top of the league. So there's still by 2 points, not as the gap we wanted. But listen, these things happen. You can't win every single game, and hopefully that's international break now. So it is bit of a boot up the hole that Anne's made it needed to sort of be talking about making 6 changes in a league match, you know, away from home. But listen, folks, it's not the end of the world. So here we go. Go to this one from Damien Quinn from his album recorded live in the Rock. Is 4-Leaf Clover, folks, on Rebel Sundays. Down to the last 2 songs of the day's show.
Well, the 4-leaf clover on my grass, and the green and white upon my chest. It's such a joy for us to see that play football the Celtic way. It's been 10 years, long time indeed. We stand with pride, we took defeat. Our beloved team, our ancient ground has been rebuilt at Lamprey Park. With a 4-leaf clover on my breast, and a green and white upon my chest. It's such a joy for us to see that play football the Celtic way. McCanny Road, the winds have changed, and the things he brought will not remain. A phoenix rising, a house of steel, and 60,000 Celtic dreams. With a 4-leaf clover on my breast, and a green and white upon my chest. It's such a joy for us to see that play football the Celtic way. While the work is done and the stage is set, and the Celtic dreams can now be met. In a sea of dreams we're here to stay. Let's sit and watch the champions play. Let's see us all while the 4-leaf clover on my breast, and a green and white upon my chest. It's such a joy for us to see that play football the Celtic way. Well, the 4-leaf clover on my breast, and the green and white upon my chest. It's such a joy for us to see that play football the Celtic way. That play football the Celtic way. That play football the Celtic way.
Damien Quinn there, folks, from the Rock Bar. It's 4-Leaf Clover. I've done the last couple of songs. Everybody on Facebook more or less seems to be saying the same thing now. What I said earlier on at the start about this third kit, and I just seen one comment there that sums it up. It says, "Burn this kit now and bury the ashes." It's a woeful kit, so it is, like, definitely. It's shocking. The top alone, there's been no thought put in it, but the day's match, there was definitely a kit clash there. I don't care what anybody says. I think Anne's may have been alluded to it whenever he was. And I have to listen to his interview now, but there definitely was a kit clash there. 2 teams wearing black shorts. Doesn't matter. I mean, that's a clash for a start. The home kit is still clashing with their white, and I mean, even though it's like a greeny grey colour, it's still closer to white than anything. So woeful kit. Not saying that there had anything to do with why we got beat 2-0 today. Fair play to St Mirren, like, but no. But say definitely don't ever wear it again. Probably got their shitty old grey one Man United had at one stage. It was woeful, so it was. Let's see. Marty says I was going to use one of them spanners you sent me, but they were the wrong size. Yeah, wait, Bird, good man, we'll do Walking Away. Not yet. Right, so we're going. This is the second last song of today's show. So Anne-Marie Barkley was looking for this one. She was looking for My Last Farewell. So we'll do this here one from After the Rise album, from their album Boston Rose. Hopefully maybe Joey's watching, listening to the show today, Joey Bracken. So it's After the Rise, folks, with just seeing a picture. I think that there's sticks there, so it's looking like it, in the top right hand corner of that their album cover, with a wee earring. It looks like sticks, so it does, like maybe only had a bit of hair. So we'll go. This is for Anne-Marie Barkley. This is After the Rise, folks, with My Last Farewell and Rebel Sundays. Second last tune of the day. Here we go for you. No, not Damien again. Too many buttons here, folks. Hit. So this one's from Spotify. Right, here we go. Let's see. That's better.
Dearest mother, I am writing just to say I won't be home. There's something that I have to do, and I must do alone. They've took me and put me in this lonely prison cell. Tonight my thoughts are with you as I say my last farewell. So say goodbye to Margaret, Mary Bridget and me Hall. I have no words to tell you how much I'll miss you all. And though I may not show it, you know I've loved you well. So in my final letter, I will bid my last farewell. Dearest brother, won't you take good care of all the folks for me? Go home to Rathfarnham on the day they set you free. I was happy when you stood by me in all that we've been through. No one has ever had so true a brother such as you. So say goodbye to Margaret, Mary Bridget and me Hall. I have no words to tell you how much I'll miss you all. And though I may not show it, you know I've loved you well. So in my final letter, I will bid my last farewell. Dearest mother, it's so very sad that now we have to part. To understand the reasons would trouble your poor heart. I've told you since I was a boy, it was my destiny to die a true brave soldier, so that one day you'd be free. So say goodbye to Margaret, Mary Bridget and me Hall. I have no word to tell you how much I'll miss
miss you all. And though I may not show it, you know I've loved you well. So in my final letter, I will bid my last farewell.
There we go, folks. And that is my last farewell from the Boston Rose album from Athen and Rye on Rebel Sunday. So, folks, unfortunately, we came to the very last song of the day. Thank you very much to all of you for tuning in today. And as Marty just says, anyone head the Bundoran, have a blast. Yeah, it's going to be great. Can't wait for it. Going to be strange this year, not having the Central, and basically, I know if a lot of regulars who usually go to the festival aren't going this year, so it isn't. It's still going to be, there's still a big crowd going, really looking forward to it. So if any of you are about, folks, pop in and say hello. Say, hopefully, I think it should be finishing off the night on the Allingham on the Friday, once the bands are finished. And then you can catch me on the Saturday afternoon. Outside Paris nightclub. And then on the Sunday, we out in the Allingham again, presenting the live question and answer session and meet and greet with Alan Thompson and John Fallon. So really looking forward to that, folks. If you want to go to Bundoran to the Celtic Festival, there's still some tickets available. The wristbands for the whole weekend are €50. There might be still some accommodation left, I'm not sure. But get on to the Hills Donegal Celtic Supporters Festival Facebook page, folks, and you'll be able to get it. All the details are posted there about hotels and everything else, whatever and stuff. So, yep, hopefully see a few of you there next week. So I'm going to finish up as normal as we always do, and we'll try and always do this here on the show whenever we can. So we're going to play Jackie Duddy from Dougie Breslin, folks, to finish off the show today. So thank you very much to all of you who watched the show. If you still can donate, folks, if any of you want to drop a few quid to the show, it'd be much appreciated. As you can see here, there's a link for Revolut, and there's a link up here for PayPal. So just scan either them with your phone, or if you don't have PayPal or Revolut, you can send us a wee bank transfer. Say all money, folks, going toward the show is much appreciated. Say I don't get any funding for this here, so don't. It's basically off my own bat, and say if he's praised the money I have to pay each week just to do this here show. So for 3 hours. So any of you do donate every week, it's much appreciated. So thank you. You all know who you are. And for everybody that donated today, cheers. Right, it's your very last song, folks. This is the Ballad. Great, lovely tune. Jackie Duddy, all about Bloody Sunday. Listen to the words of this song if you haven't heard it before. This is Jackie Duddy, folks, from Rebel Sundays. Until then, if I don't see you in Bundoran next week, I'll see you the weekend after, back here in the studio, where we'll go do it all over again. Cheers.
Jackie, I remember your face from a far distant place. Yes, I do. Jackie, you were an innocent boy. Why did they destroy your future road to you? You came from a home of 9 sisters and 5 brothers. Up in the Craigan, you were my cousin. You worked with me brother Dustin, named after me father. Died in springtime, tending looms. Jackie, you were just 17 when they shattered your dreams, and we never got over it. Jackie, you'd have found a good wife and had a wonderful life and raised your wings well. In 68, your mother Maureen, she died, and with Willie, your father, we cried. She was so very young. Her sister Dolly said if Maureen had survived, she'd have been in the coffin by your side. Your mother couldn't have coped. Jackie, You were good in the ring, 'cause that was your thing. You would have been a champion. Jackie, your nephew John did you proud. He's recognized by the crowd as fulfilling your ambitions. Your face is painted in murals down in the bog, and I pray to God that you'll not be forgotten. That day in 72 it's etched on our minds, the day that innocents died. They called it Bloody Sunday. Jackie, there were 13 others as well, more unfinished stories to tell. Jackie, 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 our Jackie, Jackie Duddy. On a summer's day in Derry in 2010, thousands gathered again, and the world had gone. The British government said sorry and admitted the wrong. The clapping went on and on, the cheering went on and on. Jackie, your innocence was declared, your family's voices were heard after 38 years. Jackie, now you can rest in peace. The false accusations have ceased. The truth has been set free. Paddy Doherty, Gerald Donaghy, Hugh Gilmore and Michael Kelly, Michael McDade, Kevin McElhenney, Bernard McGuigan and Gerald McKinney, William McKinney, William Nash, James Ray, John Johnston, John Young and Jackie Duddy.
That's us, folks. Jackie Duddy there by Dougie Breslin. Phenomenal song. Just really makes you breathe all in what happened on Bloody Sunday when you really hear all those names. Mad. Hey, folks, that was Rebel Sundays. So again, if you're watching the day live, cheers, tune in. If you're watching the show, the recording of the show, thanks very much for watching the recording. To say, anybody that does watch the show on YouTube, folks, please go and like and subscribe to the channel, and basically hit the bell icon. It'll tell you when I go live. It just means as well, the more people that subscribe to the channel, the more people that my channel gets basically sort of put out to by YouTube themselves. I mean, the way the whole algorithm works. So as normal, we're going to finish up the show with Around the Vein, folks. So thank you all for tuning in. It's been a great show today, great crack as usual. So say, won't be here next week. We'll be live on the show, live on Saturday and live on Sunday from Bundoran, doing various things. But the Rebel Sundays of the show won't be on next week. So here we go. This is the very, very last one, folks. This is finish up as normal, Around the Vein. I'll see you all in 2 weeks' time. Cheers.
At Safi Alligator Queens are so Her tender rannikum They fudge face hair Shantir a shinshir pasta The akbar Pantiran not and dots I am Sabar well they can kill an was no sir lay gone her scrape Níl abad na bíle Charlotte Canning around na bhír
You've been listening to Rebel podcast of Rory Carson. To listen to this and past episodes again, and to also check out future episodes, keep an eye on our official SoundCloud page. We're also available on all social media outlets. Just search Rebel podcast. Bhí sibh a géisteach an sin is an fád cruúlaí Rebel le Rory McCarson. Le héisteach le seo agus hir hagran a ríis, agus na hagran atá le teach, caisúil ar siúificail sugin ar SoundCloud, agus táid ar fáil ar gach cinneal ardan ar na main thuisiilta. Ní mór dit ach fád cruúlaí Rebel a chuirda.